Devon Davis, junior Marquise Bullitt, and freshman Jameer Bush-Williams. On the perimeter, the Cougars will rely on a trio of juniors, Devin Gaines, Christian Evans, and John Kent. The Cougars are looking to build on last season's record of 32-11, which included a 19-game winning streak that propelled them to a #1 ranking by the Baltimore Sun. The Cougars reached the MIAA championship game, the finals of the Maryland Private Schools postseason tournament, and received their first ever invitation to Alhambra Catholic Invitational Tournament. How they got here is they lost to Gonzaga in an 84-49 game on Friday, and then St. Andrews yesterday was a close match, losing 47-54. I think St. Andrews just came on at the end. For Calvin Coolidge, how they got here, Roman Catholic lost 41-90, and then they lost to St. Raymond 54-68. Calvin Coolidge Senior High School from Washington, D.C. returns to our Classic for the third appearance. They were part of the field in the 2008 and 2013 tournaments. The Colts are coming off a very successful campaign last season when they went 23-7 and were the runner-up of the District Columbia Interstate Athletic Conference Championship.
Yeah, it's been a rough tournament so far for both these teams. Mark Carmel had the misfortune of drawing Gonzaga in the first round, and it was 21 odd point first half deficits they couldn't quite come out of. Then they lost yesterday to St. Andrews, 47-54. Played much better. I expect them to do well today. Coolidge lost to the other team in the finals, Roman Catholic, the Cahillites from Philadelphia, 90-41. They played a little bit better yesterday. St. Raymond's defeated them, however, 54-68. And we're getting ready for tip-off here.
We have big 6'8" Will Vetter in the center for the tip-off against number 11, David Erebor. If Coolidge hopes to contain Vitamin E Airborne Evans, they've got to start out early. Coolidge wins the jump ball.
Looks like Carmel's appears to be in a 2-3 zone, Mike.
Quick inside, back out to the big man. Mr. Vetter passes it to number 1, James Hampton. Back to number 10, Terrence Roser. Trying to work the ball in early, and we'll count it for 3.
Good big jumper by number 22, B.J. Hill.
We have 7:20 left in the first quarter. Mount Carmel with their first possession. Big man up top gets the ball and the rebound and in for 2 points. Number 11, David Erebor.
Showing some nice finesse for the big guy. Got up, a little backdoor layup. Full court press, looks like now. 1-2-2 zone. A little token pressure anyway by the Mount Carmel Cougars.
Still trying to work it inside, even though Coolidge is known for their three-point shooting.
Oh, looks like Jamar Lee Kane touched the baseline there. Little
balls up there for Mount Carmel in the blue and yellow. A lot of top court defense by Coolidge. And a ball stolen by number 4, Will Vetter. Right now, Coolidge is ahead 3-2. Nice shot by number 22. Rebound over the back. Boxing out up top. Good 2-point shot right at the 3-point line. No good for number 15.
Loose ball foul to post number 4, William Vetter, his first.
Ball off the hands of Mount Carmel offense and out of bounds back to Coolidge. Foul on the play originally was William Vetter.
Yeah, both teams starting off a little slowly here, Mike. I know that Coolidge loves to get up and run.
And good full court press there.
And it's funny.
It.
I think Carmel's press may cause them to run a little bit more, which I think would fit in nicely to what the Coolidge Colts want to do.
Number 4, William Vetter, again throws down 2 points in the paint. If you want to follow us at home, we're on Game Changer. Go to Gonzaga DC Classic on the internet. You can sign up and look at the play-by-play Actually helps guys like myself and Ron out. Again, we're getting oppressed by Mount Carmel, trying to spread everyone out. Number 15 from Coolidge, air ball, rebounded by number 5 from Mount Carmel. That's Terry Nolan Jr. Shot by number 11, David Erebor, no good. And there's a foul on the play. Looks like Mount Carmel. Makai Howard, his first foul for Mount Carmel. First quarter, 5 minutes left. We've got Coolidge with 5 and Mount Carmel with 4. Both teams are trying to establish their own pace. With Coolidge, another 3.
Yeah, that was something lacking for the Colts the first couple games. Really couldn't hit the outside shot with consistency. Relied primarily on their up and down fast tempo. They're set up in a 3-2 zone here, looks like. I think they're trying to combat a little bit of the height of the Carmel Cougars. Good-looking jumper by number 1, Makai Howard.
2 points for Makai Howard and right back down the court. Coolidge, rebound, knocked back in play in the paint, and basket is no good. Quick rebound by number 4, William Vetter. That's 4 points for Vetter now. Coolidge is winning 10-7 with 4:07 left here in the first quarter at Bender Arena. Mount Carmel brings the ball around the paint into the middle for number 13, the big man. Back to number 11. We have a foul on David Erebor, number 4.
Yeah, Jamar Bolden did a great job on the last possession, Mike, to tip the ball back out to one of his players.
Sorry, that was on William Vetter.
I think that's it's pretty important for the Colts to try to hit those defensive boards, and that was a great example on the offensive end, getting an offensive board.
Well, you can see Coolidge is trying to step it up on the defense. William Vetter has only had 5 fouls over 2 games, big 6'8" gentleman, and today he's already got 2 in the first 4 minutes. Now 10-8, Coolidge versus Mount Carmel, 3:54 in the first quarter. And an attempted steal by number 11, David Erebor, picks up the foul for Mount Carmel. Ball back in for Coolidge. Terrence Roser gets the ball, passes around.
Looks like Mike Carmel Colts in a 1-3 zone now.
Coolidge is passing the ball very well.
Oh,
3-point shot, no good by Coolidge. 15 in the paint.
Erebor come out wide on that shot attempt and contested it. Good turnover. Now we'll see the Colts run.
Nice transition on the steal.
Yeah, Terrence got in there, just took it right to the hole. Great individual effort there by Mr. Rozier.
Terrence Rozier 1 for 3 for the tournament for 3-point shooting. Shows that he can take it to the hole and drive it for that nice jump shot in the paint, fade away.
That was Marquise Bullitt charging the lane. He is one of the bigger guys out there, Mike, and that's what I expect a little bit of Mark Helmut to do, that and David Erebor as well. Just pound it down low. They have the height advantage, size advantage in terms of just bigger bodies down there as well.
Another foul inside.
So I think to combat
2-0 with the push.
I think Coach Nesbitt decided to go with a little more height. He's got now Thomas Reeves in the game, number 20 for the Colts.
Missed the first.
You know, if you're watching at home, you look at the Colts lineup, you're not going to see this very often, Mike. They usually have that real speedy 3-guard offense in there.
Well, Chris Evans is usually reliable on the foul line. He was 12 for 13 for the tournament. He just missed that one. Let's see if he can finish this side. And no.
Way to jinx him, Mike. You jinxed him, Mike. That's the old announcer jinx.
Definitely not my intent. He's been playing a great tournament so far, him and Mr. Erebor. Between the two of them, they were 21 and 23 for free throw shooting in the earlier two games. With the shoulder, number 1-5.
I expect a little more of a set offense now from the Colts. Cahill Jeter
Sean
looks
Tolbert,
like
32 with the foul. Sorry about that.
that's right. I think Jeter's got to run the point. He's trying to come back out now. Ooh, tough shot.
Nice pull-up jump shot, easy rebound for Mount Carmel. Back up the floor. They're driving heavy in a wide open. David Arabor.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's got a lot of length, a lot of quickness, a lot of strength. Long jumper. Comes up short.
Three-pointer rebound over the back. Looks like number 20 for Coolidge, Thomas Reeve. Thomas Reeves now has two. Tight game here in the first quarter, 2:19 left, 12-11. Coolidge is winning.
Yeah, I think both teams sort of haven't gotten to the flow yet. Working hard on the defensive ends, both of them. Offense a little, I don't want to say struggling, but it's not that fluid type of offense I expect from both teams later in this game once they settle in.
Both teams are still trying to define themselves. It looks like Coolidge is looking for the perimeter shots, and Mount Carmel's capitalizing on their strength down low with David Arabor.
Coolidge staying in that 3-2 aggressive zone.
David Arabor with a slam.
Yeah, they got a piece of it but couldn't finish it, and as I mentioned, Arabor's athleticism, size, strength, speed gets him to and gives his Carmel Cougars a 1-point lead. 1:56 left here at the first. Thank you for watching us live on the internet from the campus of American University. We're at Bender Arena with the 27th annual Gonzaga DC Classic, where great basketball supports good works.
Well, it's 13-12 Mount Carmel, and David Arabor is starting to take over. He has 9 points in the game, 2 points remaining, and then B.J. Hill, 6 points for Coolidge.
Yeah, let's see if Coach Nesbitt is going to try to match up. He's staying in his zone, which is supposedly to negate the big man's advantage. He's came in with Thomas Reeves. And let's see who's out there now. I think he's gone back to Jamar Bolton, which I believe
Full
gives
court press again by Mount Carmel.
Trap. The Bolden.
Nice off the player. Mount Carmel gets the ball and a great defensive stop.
Yeah, again, the athleticism of Arabor. Bolden got up, but not quite as high as David did.
John Kent brings the ball. Passes up top back to Kent. Looking for Arabor in the middle. Got Arabor back.
Triple team. Here's the turnover.
Setting up the offense up top for Coolidge off of a great steal.
Give kudos to Harrod who pulled that ball up.
3-point shot.
To force it.
Big rebound by Jamar Bolden. Ball skids away, but Coolidge remains with the ball in a new shot clock.
Harrod with working the point. Here's some of those. You got two speedy guards in there now.
Another three-pointer, no good for Coolidge. Again, they're trying to establish the outside perimeter, and Mount Carmel's not. Another fast break for Mount Carmel and an easy layup for number 32, Sean Tolbert.
Yeah, great movement.
A defensive mistake by Mount Carmel. Number 1 back underneath the goal with an easy layup.
Yeah,
number 1 is James Hampton.
Yeah, James alert, took it right, went to the left hand, looking good. There's that transition
30 seconds left.
Offense that's going to give Coolidge a lot of points tonight.
David Arabor in for a jumper mid-range in the paint, no good. Coolidge looking for 19 seconds to keep the ball. And we got a foul on David Arabor.
Yeah, back at the other end, you see where the Colts are going to have problems for the rest of this game, likely. They're in a zone, which is supposed to prevent an inside positioning of a player on the offensive end. But the Cougars went right over the top. Arabor, good hands, good body, catches it. Nice little jump shot there.
Well, each team has its own confidence today, and they're two completely different ones. Down low with the blue and yellow, and up top with the white and orange.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Mount Carmel is in the dark blue, going right to left on our screen. Calvin Coolidge in the white, going left to right.
9 seconds remaining in the quarter. Nice three-point shot. No good. 25 gets the rebound. 3 seconds left. We're going to see a nice, beautiful shot here going in. Oh, almost. Nice attempt. After 1 quarter of play, Mount Carmel 15, Coolidge 14. Again, B.J. Hill for Coolidge establishing the outside perimeter shot with 6 points. And David Irabor down low for Mount Carmel with 9 points. If you take a look at the first 2 games that we've played by each of these teams, you can see the pattern come before you. Mount Carmel's relied on Vitamin E, David Irabor, and Chris Evans, both 14 and 11 points average in their first 2 games, and then a lot of 3-point shooting up and down the line for Coolidge. They had in the first 2 games, they had over 5 players who have shot for 3 points and made them.
Anyone in foul trouble, Mike?
Right now, we've only got a couple with 2. Thomas Reeves and William Vetter with 2 for Calvin Coolidge, and then David Irabor with 2 for Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel has dominated the field goal percentage today, 75% field goal percentage in the first quarter to 33% field goal percentage of Coolidge. But fortunately for Coolidge, their shots are more high percentage, and doesn't take long to catch up when you're making 3 points for every 2.
Indeed. You talk about dominating those statistics. On the scoreboard, though, it's only a 1-point lead for Mount Carmel.
You would think Carmel would want to take advantage of their size and get the ball continually down low and slow the game down a little bit.
All right, here's a change on defense for Coolidge going man-to-man, and what happens? Just what you said, Mike. They go down low.
Marquise Bullitt with 2 points in the paint. Strong move to the bucket. Ball kicked out of bounds by Mount Carmel's number 12, Brandon Watson.
Coach Nesbitt back to their 3-guard offense. 2, 3, and
Mount
14.
Carmel in transition.
Stop
Looking
it.
for 3. No good. Mount Carmel's size just too much early on.
Yeah, Chris Evans stopped, took a 3. It was a good, nice stop and pop. Caught the front of the rim. Otherwise, a good-looking shot.
And Mount Carmel hasn't slowed down despite the fact that their big man's out. We got Marquise Bulletin doing a great job in defense down low for Mount Carmel and offense.
Yeah, I'd look him to go to the big fella, number 13, Marquise Bullitt. Spin move.
And that'll be shot for 3 points. Number 5, great jump shot. Number 5 is Terry Nolan Jr. with 2. He'll go to the line for 1. Terry Nolan's been 3 for 8 over the tournament for foul shots. Let's see if he can go 4 for 9 here.
You're a stat man, Mike. I love it.
Beautiful. 7:19 left. Mount Carmel starting to take a lead, 20-14 with second quarter.
Yeah, the Cougars have been successful the last couple of times down court, pushing it to the down low players.
They just need to find an easy rhythm. Back around the front. Shot clock's at 13, looking for a decent 3-point shot for Coolidge.
Yeah.
They have no one in the paint down low, all outside.
Oh, great rebound.
Excellent rebound by
James
number 1,
Hampton.
Mekhi Howard. Sorry about that, James Hampton
Sorry,
for Coolidge.
Mike. Yeah, that was interesting because on that possession, we're going to see more Cougars stayed in their zone, and Coach Nesbitt was happy to have his Colts attack from the perimeter.
Yeah, and Hampton went in for the rebound and got lucky. Grabbed it, put it up strong.
The big guy.
Marquise Bullitt, number 13, with 2 in the paint.
Yeah, and that was off of an offensive rebound tip, so it shows the difference here in style.
Nice block shot by Marquise, out of bounds. Mount Carmel gets the ball. Well, it seems in the first quarter, each team was trying to feel each other out like a good boxing match, and now all of a sudden Mount Carmel is starting to take over defensively and offensively. What's the answer going to be for Coolidge?
Well, they need to shoot it better if they're going to attack from the perimeter, Mike. That's pretty obvious. But I think defensively they're going to have to.
David Irabor back in the game with Marquise Bullitt.
I said
in and out.
Handle that big fella there. Arabor, you saw his athleticism, dribbled it from outside the three right down the lane. The shot inexplicably did not fall. It was halfway into the cylinder, but rolled out. Like one of my putts at times, Mike. At least that's what I say. They're all right there and come rolling out.
22-16 with 5:58 left to play. Second quarter, Marquise Bullitt.
We've seen that a few times. It's just too much size and straight down low so far this afternoon.
2-3 defense, outside shot, easy rebound for Mount Carmel, back up the floor.
Yeah, Rakan Howard, not a bad shot, had a good look, just couldn't knock it down.
Man back into Marquise Bullitt, no shot, even though it went in.
Yeah, you saw Marquis' strength on that. He got raked across his right arm, still had the ability, power to knock it in off the glass. But the refs called it on the floor, so.
This will be a 1-1 for Marquise Bullitt. Mount Carmel 24, Coolidge 16. Second quarter, 5:37 left.
Right. So just so the fans understand, it was not a two-shot foul. It is 1-1. The Cougars are in the bonus. Wow.
Marquise Bullitt was 1 for 5, foul shooting.
Okay.
Technical foul just called here on.
Yeah, and I'm
trying to figure out who it's on.
I got to tell you what happened is that Chris Evans had a strong offensive rebound. Obviously, Coolidge a little frustrated. I think one of the players kicked one of the others in the heat of frustration. I mean, it was sort of not a big deal, but they're gathering themselves now, trying to figure out. I expect Carmel to come and have a shoot two. Let's see who it's called on. They're calling first of all the regular foul and then a tech. So everyone will clear this side of the court.
Personal foul was on Calvin Coolidge, number 1. James Hampton, his first, the 9th team foul. After the play, a technical foul was assessed to number 2 for Mount Carmel. Christian Evans, that's his first and the 4th team foul.
Fans getting a little unruly here at the call.
Yeah,
it's tough to see down low.
Yeah, I was surprised because honestly, from where I saw it, I didn't see it that way. I thought Coolidge was getting into it a little bit, but either way, young men, venting a little frustration. Shows their competitive spirit.
Christian Evans gets the first of 2. Let's make it 2 for 2. Christian Evans 12 for 13 in the first 2 games. Make it 14 for 15 now.
Now we come the other way, so Coolidge will get 2 free throws on the technical on the player.
James Hampton shooting number 1 for Coolidge on technical foul.
And then Coolidge will retain possession.
Easy basket. Another easy basket by number 1 James Hampton for Coolidge. I've got James Hampton for 6 points for Coolidge now.
Well, Coolidge's got to have to hit some outside shots. I mean, it's not desperation. It's still 5:30 left in the second period, only down by 8.
They're doing a good job moving the ball around.
Yeah, they have to be patient, but I'll note this is a little bit of change-up that they have number 15, Jamar Bolden, trying to work the paint area, which is good. And we saw in the last couple of sessions, Mike Coolidge was satisfied passing on perimeter, doing a good job swinging it weak side, strong side, and getting an open shot. But I think Coach wants him to look inside at least a little bit.
Almost a steal there by Mount Carmel. Ball gets thrown up, falling down. Number 10, excellent shot. Terrence Rozier gets 2. Great shot by Coolidge. Maybe they can capitalize on this with strong defense.
Yeah, I like this, that he was able to penetrate against the zone. Very effective.
Mount Carmel brings the ball up off of Coolidge. Back to Mount Carmel. 5 minutes left. 19 on the shot clock for Mount Carmel. Score is 26 Mount Carmel, 20 Coolidge.
All right, they're set up in a man-to-man, a little bit different this time. This is the matchup here. Arabor. Wow.
And a 3 wide open. Wow. Number 10 for Mount Carmel, John Kent.
That was a nice-looking jumper.
So you can see a good shift by the players of Mount Carmel. Just when Coolidge expects him to stay down low, they kick it back out to the three-point shot, and Mr. Kent makes it. Coolidge on the other end, missed three-pointer rebound by Mount Carmel. into Marquise Bullitt with an easy layup
Yeah.
in the paint.
Yeah, great move by Marquise on that one. Now, let's see what Coolidge does. Last time was an inside-out game that led to a wide-open jumper. Here's a wide-open one. Coolidge just not hitting the threes.
Easy rebounds for Jameer
Turnover.
Bush-Williams. Turnover on Coolidge. Back in the paint. No foul. Easy layup by B.J. Hill.
Great individual effort there. Stola took it right down the lane.
Mount Carmel 31, Coolidge 22. Mount Carmel timeout with 4 minutes left. So we saw what happened the first quarter. How are the teams adjusting in the second?
Well, we see now Coolidge trying to, well, they're creating good passing, good movement to get the open shot, Mike. They just haven't been able to hit it. That's going to be the make or break for them. They just don't have the size to get it inside for a shot. They are moving through the lane a little bit on the inside, kicking it in for what we call the inside-out game. So we saw Jamar Bolden on the previous possession get it down low, kicked it out to Kahil Jeter at the top of the key, who launched a long three, couldn't convert. If they can start hitting some of those.
What does Coach Nesbitt tell his players?
Well, I tell them to make the shot, but I don't think that's what you're asking. But I think it's stay patient. This is what you guys do. They're actually executing the offense very well. They're not rushing the shot, and they're taking good three-point shots, and I think that's all Coach Nesbitt can ask.
Well, what I'm starting to see now is when they make those three-pointers, Coolidge players are collapsing on the ball for the rebound. Mount Carmel in now. Kent bringing up the ball for Mount Carmel. Man on man. David Irabor trying to establish down low.
Yeah, that's a good battle. Irabor and Bolden's got his hand full. But I know Jamar, he's a pretty savvy player, so he's going to use his lower body.
And a miscue by Mount Carmel. Number 10, Kent, lost the ball out of bounds. Back to Coolidge. Number 22 will inbound the ball, B.J. Hill.
Yeah, that's a good matchup down there. Let's see what Bolden does. He's number 15. He's on the left side of your block. If you're watching at home, you want to watch. See if he flashes either to the top of the key or across the lane as Coolidge sets up to attack. Now it looks like a 1-3 zone, the Cougars.
Irabor is out on the point. Easy shot by Coolidge. Goes in and out.
Yeah,
Mount Carmel for the transition. Down low. Irabor, easy layup. And the foul. Number 15. From Coolidge, number 15 is Jamar Bolden with the foul.
I got to tell you, great no-look there by Chris Evans. Came into the lane hard, looked left, dished it down low to David Irabor. And I'm going to give Jamar Bolden credit. He was right there. He got the foul, but he was right there doing everything he can to keep the big guy. All right.
David Irabor, normally a great free throw shooter, has had a little trouble today with the free throws. Good block by Mount Carmel. Great block followed by a overthrown pass. Gives the ball back to Coolidge. 31-22 Mount Carmel. 22 Mount Carmel.
Yeah, we've got 3:13 left in the second. I tell you, on that possession, Mike, what I like, Coolidge attacked that zone before it even set up. It didn't get a bucket, but it was I think Nesbitt's got him thinking how to attack it.
Shows you even though these two teams are number 7 and number 8 in this tournament, you can still have great basketball. Any given day, you might not play the game that you wanted to play, but these two teams are really fighting it out in the paint and on the perimeter.
Inside-out game.
Rebound off the three, no good.
Yeah.
Rebound by Mount Carmel.
B.J. Hill had a good look there, but again,
Kent gets the ball, passes it back out front with an easy three-pointer. No good. Rebound by B.J. Hill. Foul on the play, number 12 for Mount Carmel, Brandon Watson.
Yeah, Rozier took that right through, dribbled through the top of that zone. That's one way to attack it. Get the foul.
Good baseline move and the foul.
Yeah, James Hampton, strong move there. Saw a little opening, took advantage of it. It's funny. Give Hampton credit. Irabor had just stepped out of the game, let some space down low, and he took advantage of it. Let's see if he can convert.
makes the first of
Yeah, so Coolidge, they're not shooting well, but they're executing well. I know that may seem kind of odd to say, but that was a perfect example. Hampton recognized where that weakness in the zone is. It's something we haven't seen so far too much of, just attacking baseline, going right to the hole.
Kai misses the second one, although he's shot very well from the line in the first 2 games, shooting very well here today. And Coolidge, one-on-one. No good with the rebound.
Yeah, Jamar Bolden did a great job last time down getting that offensive tip. He's got the offense going off the tip.
Now, if these 2 teams were boxers, they'd be heavyweights slugging it out right now, right before the bell's out. Both teams are driving to the basket. They're pushing each other both defensively and offensively, which is opening up the foul line for both teams. Number 4 on the line for Mount Carmel.
So 2:15 left here, second quarter, in our opening game at the 27th Annual Gonzaga DC Classic Tournament. Today's games are coming from American University, and you are looking live at Bender Arena.
First 2 shots for the tournament for Devon Davis, both missed.
Yeah, he got a little frustrated with the second miss, ran in, tried to force an offensive rebound, and got called for the foul.
And he followed it up by a foul. 7-team foul now for Mount Carmel. Up by 10 points, 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Back on the other side now with the foul. Number 1, James Hampton. I'll get it right in a minute, Ron.
We're working. I missed my second cup of coffee this morning.
James Hampton piles on another point. So far he's got 8. Make it 9.
All right, psychologically important, keep it under 10 coming into half. Let's see if Coolidge can accomplish that task. Good man-to-man. Oh, good steal.
So with the big men out, looks like Coolidge is starting to come back.
And you're going to see their running gun.
Getting it back out on the perimeter. Good double team. Trying to establish something down low. No good on the 3-point attempt. Kent has the ball back up for Mount Carmel and stolen by Coolidge with an easy layup.
I got to say this. That was an outstanding play by Kahil Jeter. If you're a young player watching at home, he used his body to shield the defenseman and took his time getting to the hole. Go back and watch this on YouTube. It's an excellent play by Kahil.
And Coolidge coming back in the game now, down only 6.
Oh, killer.
And back up to 9 with a nice 3.
That was Terry Nolan Jr., dagger.
Good rebound by Mount Carmel at the attempted answer to the 3. No good. And the ball gets driven out of bounds by Coolidge.
That play may be symbolic of what's happening in the first half, is that James Hampton shot a long 3, not even close, but what does he do? He hustles back because Coolidge is not going to quit, and he stops an obvious 2-point fast break basket. Good work for James Hampton.
Number 10 for Coolidge coming out now, Terrence Rozier. Marquise Bullitt with 2.
Yeah, you've said that a few times so far this half, Mike. The big fella there on the inbounds.
Marquise with 11 points and Arabar with 11 points.
Nice look by Hampton.
Nice 2-point shot by Hampton. Ball up on the court now.
We got 40 seconds
by the
left.
Diesel, number 2. Good drive. Marquise attempts to recover from a mistake with a quick foul by Coolidge.
That hurt. They had the shot clock down to maybe 10 seconds.
Marquise Bullitt will go to the line for 2.
The Colts are well over the limit. Number 13, Marquise Bullitt with 2 shots.
Marquise Bullitt answers with the first free throw.
Coach Hibbert there chatting with his big guy, David Arabor and Chris Evans during the timeout. Very effective technique for coaches. Pull the guys back during a free throw. Another
quick transition on Mount Carmel. The three no good for Coolidge. Quick layup, no good.
James Hampton, very prudently.
And Erebor with a quick heads up. Nice pass. No good on there. Erebor with the ball in the paint. Stolen by Coolidge. A lot of action in the paint.
Hey, James Hampton, it shows how to play solid defense. Contesting a low shot, but not moving your arms down. His hands were straight up, like an NFL referee saying it's good. Excellent work by Mr. Hampton.
5 seconds left in the second quarter. Mount Carmel up by 10, 39-29. Jameer Bush-Williams in now for Marquise Bullitt.
Yeah.
And we have a 1-and-1. Khalil Jeter on the line for Coolidge.
And so this will cut it to 8 again. Psychologically, single-digit lead. Makes the first. Jeter, got to get a second look. Can he cut it to 8? He does.
Clutch free throws by Khalil Jeter.
Now let's see what kind of defense Coach Nesbitt's going to throw out here. A little full court press to use up some time.
5 seconds left.
Oh, nicely done.
And a great attempt by Mount Carmel. Shot was no good, however. At the end of the second quarter, halftime, Mount Carmel 39, Coolidge 31. Like you said, great way to end the quarter by reducing it to a single-digit lead and confidence at the mound for Coolidge.
Right. I think starting next half, if you're Coach Nesbitt, you're in the locker room just talking to your guys, saying you're doing well. They are actually playing well, but for, and it sounds again silly, missing the shot. On offense, they're executing the offense correctly against the Cougar zone. They're shooting the long-range jumpers when it's open. They've gone inside out, meaning in low, nothing's there. Kick it back out for an inside jumper. And then when Erebor went out for the Cougars, we saw the Colts attack the baseline. So they're very smart. Defensively, they're doing what they can do. I don't have any problems with how they've been defending the ball. James Hampton was a perfect example in these last couple of possessions where no foul, but contested the shots, and eventually they got the rebound. So for the Cougars, Mike, I think they just keep doing what they've been doing. I think there's no reason to change to get out of that zone until the Colts start hitting some shots. Offensively, they're never going to change unless the Colts, grow 6 inches, draft a couple players to come in for the second half, but because they're just going to keep pounding it low.
Well, I think that timeout conversation was the key for Coach Nesbitt. He calmed his players down. He told them, hey, you're in this game, and it shows. I thought Mount Carmel was going to run away with it. And if you take a look at the statistics, both teams have 2 players who've done extremely well for Coolidge. It's James Hampton with 11 and B.J. Hill with 8 points. If you take a look at Mount Carmel, Marquise Bullitt has 12 points. David Erebor has 11. So the two teams have 2 top scorers. It's going to be what the other 3 on the court do that determines the game. And as you saw initially and still, Coolidge relies on the outside game, starting to work it inside. On defense, they're very quick, like you said, very good hands. And Mount Carmel is just relying on their 2 big guys down low, which has been successful for them today.
Right. I think Coolidge may want to try to, they are trying, but if they get a few more turnovers, it'll help them in their transition game. This has been great basketball so far, Mike, and it's great basketball supporting good works. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the sponsors for the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic, the money that this tournament raises goes for the service projects by the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors at Gonzaga College High School in D.C. I want to mention some of the sponsors now, then we'll take a minute or two to talk about some of these service projects. Again, we can't give our thanks enough to such companies as the Applied Management Corporation, Professional Engineering Services and Management Consultants, JBG, Property Developers, creating and enhancing value for more than 50 years. Facility Services for all your commercial, janitorial, building maintenance, and construction cleaning services. Lance Ford, a Gonzaga dad and a former Gonzaga Father's Club president. He's part of Palm Services, so thank you, Lance, and thank you for your company's sponsorship. Lynch Retirement Investment Group, your partners in retirement. The Barking Dog Bethesda. Mike has been there. It's a great place. Go check it out if you haven't. Cavalier Logistics. Your success is their mission. Cushman & Wakefield, global real estate services firm where they are confidently global and expertly local. The Crowell Mooring Law Firm, providing litigation, transaction, and regulatory needs. Evermore Farm. When you need to relax, go out to Evermore and enjoy hiking, canoeing, and fishing. The Italian Store, the very best gourmet delicatessen in Northern Virginia, Mike, in my opinion. It's out there in the Lionsville Shopping Center in Arlington. The Tremonti family, Gonzaga folks, they run that shop. Fantastic place. Go get some Italian food. In fact, I understand it's so good that the Ravens and the Bishop McLaughlin teams from New York have been visiting there. No, I'm kidding, but they should. They would if they need a taste of home. We feed the players good enough here they don't have to go out. In fact, the Italian Store may have been catering some of that. Morgan Stanley, certified financial planners. Natelli Homes, providing architectural design and construction services. The Psychiatric Institute of Washington. Quality Technology, Inc., which offers a full range of IT services and customized secured cloud computing. Call Gonzaga dad Jeff Hamilton over at Quality Technology. The Sheehy Auto Group. The Sheehy family, a big Gonzaga sponsor. They have boys at the school. Shop for cars at the Sheehy Auto Group, 24/7 at sheehy.com. We have the Buyer Auto Group as well. Car buying made simple. Payroll Network, tackle human capital management with a single system. And I'd like to give a special thanks, Mike, to the hotels who put up these young men. And, you know, this is one of the best tournaments for the youngsters. They are limited to 2 per room, so it's very comfortable. And so thank you. Holiday Inn on C Street, the Capitol Hilton Suites, Hyatt Regency on New Jersey Avenue, and the Grand Hyatt on A Street. Thank you all very much for your support of this tournament.
It takes a lot to put a tournament like this together. Lots of people have an impact. Lots of people have donated their time and money, and we appreciate you very much. Once again, if you're listening, it is halftime in a 7th-place game. Though the teams are 7th and 8th places will result from this game, both of these teams are playing some great baseball or basketball. Mount Carmel's winning 39-31. In a very tough matchup. 60% field goal percentage for Mount Carmel, followed by a 30% field goal percentage by Coolidge. And on the free throw line, looks like Coolidge has the advantage at about 90% to 40%. A lot of rebounds gained by Mount Carmel for the 2 Big Ben, Marquise Bullitt and David Arabor. Coolidge is already out of the court, warming up to capitalize on their strong ending to the second quarter. 4:30 left in halftime.
And we have a full slate of basketball continuing after this game, Mike. At 3:15, it will be St. Andrews from Potomac, Maryland, taking on the St. Raymond Ravens from the Bronx of New York City Borough. Following that game at 5 p.m. is Bishop Laughlin, also from the Big Apple, going against only Maryland's Good Counsel Falcons. That'll be a really good matchup. We've seen some zone defense. Join in later, and Good Counsel runs the Syracuse 2-3 to perfection. And, of course, our championship game at 6:45. It's the defending champions, Roman Catholic from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, taking on our very own Gonzaga Eagles. That's at 6:45. That'll be a really good one.
That's Groundhog Day from last year. It'll be good to see those 2 teams match up tonight. We got a lot of good basketball in between now and then. Currently, we're with Mount Carmel and Coolidge. 39 Mount Carmel, 31 Coolidge.
Yeah, we can recap a little bit if you're just joining us. Coolidge, a little bit undersized, but they got plenty of speed. Going against Mount Carmel, a little bit more balanced attack. They'll run it when they have to. They can shoot the outside shot, as we've seen Chris Evans do and Terry Nolan Jr. do a couple times. But really, their game is their inside presence, led by, as you call him, Vitamin E, the big fella, David Arabor, number 11. And so far, Arabor and his colleagues have gotten the better of the Colts. It's 39-31.
You can definitely see the coaching have an impact as well. The boys on Coolidge getting some good instruction from their coach, able to both change on offensively and defensively as the game shifts. Initially, we started out with a lot of man-to-man. Now they're changing it up almost each possession.
Yeah, and I think Coach Nesbitt for the Colts is really trying to figure out how to crack the defense, and that's what a good coach does. He doesn't necessarily stick with it and see what happens. Ideally, he wants his team to create some offense on the turnover. If you can do that and get into a transition game and score, then the height and size advantage of the Cougars is significantly minimized.
Well, if they can continue to improve and start hitting those three-point shots, I think the game's going to get a lot closer. I think Mark Carmel just has to keep doing more of what they've been doing, feeding the ball in the paint, working the ball on transition, and getting those offensive and defensive rebounds. Coolidge, on the other hand, is changing it up offensively, trying to move it down low, and when they do, they've had success off of rebounds. But also, once they start hitting the 3 points, I think the score will get much closer.
Yeah, there's not much you would have to change if you're Coach Hibbert with his Cougars. I think it's, hey, it worked. Let's keep pushing it and maybe motivate them a little bit. They've lost 2 coming into this game. They want to leave on a good note. They have an 8-point lead doing what they want to do. And it's a matter of them sticking with it. Now, should Coolidge make the run, and I have all expectation they will, let's see how the Cougars react because
Well, I think the danger that Mount Carmel has is to kind of lay up a little bit. They lost a really close game against St. Andrews, 47-54, and a lot of what they're going to do in the second half is going to determine if they can keep the lead and even increase it. I think they have the ability to make this a blowout if they continue to do the same thing, and that's the challenge for the Coolidge coach and his players, working feverishly pre-half here, actually getting some great three-point shots off.
Right, it's been, a total offensive effort. I think their zone defense is, I didn't see that earlier in the tournament, but I think it's very effective against this undersized Coolidge team. And they're interesting about it, they have their big guy, Erebor, not down in the middle of that zone, but out on the wing, in part maybe to prevent some foul issues that may arise, but otherwise he's such a great athlete. Hibbert probably realizes Coach Nesbitt wants to shoot the 3, and he's basically shut down that side of the court.
Well, and it's no secret. I mean, David Erebor did a great job in last year's tournament. I remember that name very vividly, took strong command, even though he was one of the younger players.
Yeah, he's a solid guy, a lot of athleticism. He has definitely an upside. He seems to get the game. I think, not that it's necessary, but if he works on his ball handling skills, but he's got great hands, great athleticism. There was a couple times in the first half of this game where he had a nice, as I said, down low pass inside to inside, which you don't usually see a big fella able to make, but he's got that skill level with him.
Coolidge inbounding the ball here to start the third quarter.
All right, and if you're just joining us here at halftime, thank you. We're at the Bender Arena at the campus of American University, the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic. Calvin Coolidge, local school. The Colts taking on Mount Carmel, another local school, in this first game of 4 today. Coolidge is in the white, moving right to left across your screen, and in a moment you'll see the Mount Carmel Cougars moving left to right. They're in the dark blue. And as we started, Mike, it looks like a 2-3 zone as we expected. So let's see how Coach Nesbitt's going to attack. This is an inbounds play, but let's see how they attack it generally.
Coolidge back out. Terrence Rozier has the ball, trying to work it in, doing a great job of working the ball around, and a unfortunate miss there by Coolidge with the ball at Mount Carmel, and a steal by James Hampton, another great defensive play.
All right, what we say at halftime, Mike, coming to fruition. Transition defense, quick hands. Coolidge did well here to cut it to 6.
And James Hampton's right in the front of that, just like you pointed out in the first half. David Erebor, 2-point shot, no good. Rebound, number 22, B.J. Hill, up. Coolidge, nice block shot. David Erebor gets the ball back in, but off his own player. Ball goes to Coolidge.
Yeah, we call that semi-transition. What you had is Hampton spring off to the right side, set up for an open look. And I think Coach Nesbitt wants everyone to push the pace. So quick shot sometimes is bad, but early in this third period, it's okay.
Well, those teams that do that in the NBA, like the Atlanta Hawks and the Spurs and the Golden State Warriors, all do the same thing. As soon as the ball gets in the hand, mathematically, it's a better shot to get the ball on transition than it is to stand there and look.
Wow, that was something we haven't seen the whole first half. A great look inside. Attacking. Talk about go right at the opponent. That was a fantastic look. Will Vetter earns his two shots from the line.
And against a very tall opponent, indeed, from David Erebor's 3 fouls on Erebor now.
Well, there you go. That's sometimes if that's their big guy, if they can get him out, let's attack him. But it was a great look-in pass down low. Coolidge really playing a smart game so far.
Erebor with the rebound, back out to Kent, driving the ball up. 3-point look, no shot. Back to Marquise, driving in low, backing in.
Yeah.
Excellent move. Unfortunately, misses the basket. Rebounded by Coolidge. Terrence Rozier driving the ball up.
Jamar Bolden on that previous defense did well. He's getting back down but held his ground.
39-33 Mount Carmel with 6:29 to go in the third quarter. Possession is to Coolidge with 23 seconds on the shot clock. Triple team down low, back out. Someone's open. Who is it? Driving in the lane. Nice layup by number 22, Jalen, by B.J. Hill.
Yeah, that's interesting. 2 possessions. They've scored from the paint against the Cougars 2-3 zone.
Good block
now the turnover.
Shot.
They got
3
numbers.
on 2 and a moving foul, number 5 for Mount Carmel, Terry Nolan Jr. with his first.
Yeah, not a bad foul by Terry. I think numbers were against him. I don't think he tried to foul him. Went for the steal. Headsy play by Nolan.
Don't look now. Coolidge is within 4.
I'm sorry, Mike. I just looked at the scoreboard.
Okay, Coolidge is within 4.
Okay, thanks.
Impressive. Cut the lead in half with only 2 minutes into the third period.
All right. Do they make it 3 in a row, go down low? Without having the good success from the 3-point, they've
right
got
now
down
there's
low.
no one in the paint. Now there is.
Inside out.
3-point shot made, but no good. Timeout now. Coolidge.
Well, that was interesting because what we saw, first 2 possessions by Coolidge, pounding it down low, not expected. And then on this third possession, it was the dribble drive and kick out back. Unfortunately, they called a timeout. Otherwise, Terrence Rozier would have had the 3.
Well, if you take a look at it, Mount Carmel's sort of on their heels. They didn't show up to halftime. Obviously, they're trying to establish the game. But Coolidge out here, maybe 2 minutes into their rest break for halftime, and they're already working on plays, transition shots, and it looks like they've come to play in the third period.
Yeah, that's. I'm sure Coach Hibbert is not disappointed. There was a timeout called there. One, the 3 didn't count, but more importantly, I think you're right, Mike. They haven't come out yet. They haven't done much on offense. They haven't done much on defense. They need to settle them in, kind of refocus. It'll be interesting to see how they attack on the next offensive possession coming up here in a minute.
Okay, inbound to Coolidge. Mount Carmel has yet to score a point. 8-point lead at halftime is now cut in half by Coolidge. Coolidge has the ball. A lot of movement. Ball goes to Mount Carmel off of number 10, Mr. Rozier.
You know, it's funny. Hibbert went to a man-to-man there on the inbounds play. So a lot of coaching, head games going on now. I love it.
And just when you think you have an idea of what the other coach is doing, they change it up.
It's a chess game. It is an absolute chess game. Instead of starting with 16 pieces, you only have 5.
You look at 7 and 8, and they're definitely playing much better than 7 and 8 for sure in this tournament, especially in the second half. Marquise Bullitt down low, double pump, no good. Excellent defense again by Coolidge. Ball remains with Mount Carmel.
That's Jamar Bolden. He's given up probably 4 or 5 inches, but good body position by Jamar.
Well, he's keeping low. He's keeping his hands up high, and he's not moving. It's tough to move a brick wall.
Oh,
But
wow.
looks like the brick wall was wide open.
Well, we talked about Airborne, his inside passing ability. Nice dish pass. Marquise bullet
Excellent
for an easy
look
one.
for Coolidge in the paint. Block shot by Arabor.
Yeah.
Marquise with the rebound. Back up top. Mount Carmel.
All right, so Coolidge went down low again. Interesting. We'll see how that trend continues.
Well, it's working for him. 6 points up for Mount Carmel. David Arabor directing traffic.
He's like a point center. That's a nice little pass to the outside.
Offensive foul. Marquise bullet.
Oh.
Ball goes to Coolidge.
I tell you, I liked the big guy, David Arabor. A little flick of the wrist. Finds his teammate, Terry Nolan Jr., up high.
You think the big man wants to play today?
He's ready to play. All right, so it looks like Cougars in this chess game have come out of the zone. It's man-to-man and full-court man-to-man, which I'm telling you, Mike, at the beginning of the game, I would say that plays in the Coolidge hands. They have speed, dish down low.
Excellent passing by Coolidge and almost a travel.
Oh.
Yep, that's what it was.
Well, I think David was looking at the ref say, what, you going to call me for that? As he played by Arabor.
Well, when he caught the ball, he was already falling down. Now
right.
Carmel with the ball driving up. 4:47 left in the third quarter. Up by 6.
Coolidge in a straight man-to-man. Little reach in there.
22 with a slight reach.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even see it. If you blinked, you wouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, he's that quick. Lamar Lee Kane that quick. And just got a little bit of the arm.
B.J. Hill with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Lamar's not backing down, though, if you're watching at home. He's right at him. Nice reach in by B.J. Hill there. This is to the strength, you know. If they can keep the ball on the perimeter, play some good man-to-man, get that shot clock down. I think it's at, 22 seconds, Mike, and counting?
Yeah, Mount Carmel has definitely woken up. No-look pass around the Coolidge player.
Oh, had a man open left. He sees him.
Driving down the paint, no good. And nice shot, fading away.
I think that was Chris Evans. A nice soft jumper from Chris.
Haven't heard from Chris Evans, but that's good for Mount Carmel. 43-35, Mount Carmel.
All right. Coach Hibbert sticking with the man-to-man. Complete flip-flop, and it's caused a turnover.
Now it's caught, yeah.
Oh.
Nice block shot by number 4, William Vetter. Big Will Vetter.
What I liked about that block is it was under control, nice body positioning, no chance of a three on a three.
Well, I think he's listening to our radio broadcast. We've been talking about the big man from Mount Carmel. He said, "Excuse me, but I'm right here."
Yeah.
Mr. Vetter with an excellent defensive block shot.
Yeah, he's as big as Arabor.
3-point shot by Mount Carmel, no good. Transition, Coolidge.
Hampton thought about it, wisely pulls it back out, trying to figure out how to attack him.
I don't think you can move your eyes 2 ways, but he almost looked like he was going to go baseline and fake me out, went up top, and then looked back to the baseline again, but still passed it up top. That was amazing.
Little reach in there by Marquise. How many fouls on Marquise?
I believe he's got 4. It's on Terry Nolan.
Okay. Well, Terry's not happy, but Marquise is, I'm sure. Cougars staying in man-to-man on this inbound.
I'm sorry,
play.
I had that wrong. Marquise Bullitt has 2 fouls. Pretty much the starting 4 of the starting 5 have 2 fouls for Mount Carmel.
A lot of motion by Coolidge against the man-to-man. Using
Hampton
their
looking
speed.
for the right. Mount Carmel with a steal. 2-on-1 break.
Live it up.
And David Earbor and count the point. Missed.
Looks like
Number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, he caught an elbow in the head if you're looking.
Yeah, Lamar was in no man's land there, transitioning back and forth between the two Mount Carmel players.
Yeah, I think
David Earbor with 2 going to the line for 1.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay, but he took like an elbow to the head. He's coming off the court now. Well, that's a good-looking free throw. Nice rotation, good extension.
Very smooth, nice spin. Man-to-man now by Mount Carmel, trying to double up number 3.
Got
Somebody's
numbers.
open, and nice shot. Had number 20 open for a great jump shot down
Boy.
low.
And you saw Erebor there. Good two-handed rebound the way we coach him up.
Nice move by number 32, Sean Tolbert.
Yeah, Sean caught a nice high pick by Erebor. The big fella's doing it all, helping his teammates out on that one.
Lane was wide open. 3-point shot, no good. Beautiful 2-point shot, but overshot the basket. Mount Carmel
on transition.
Nice block shot. Excellent defense by Coolidge.
They got numbers. Coolidge.
And Coolidge up strong to the basket. Number 2 looks like Christian Evans is going to get the foul.
You know, for the last several possessions, we've gone back to what we saw in the first half of this game, Mike. Carmel's extended the lead to 13 by playing really good defense. And on that last trip down by Coolidge, they missed a 3, missed another jumper, and that's been the story so far.
Thomas Reeves for 2, and he misses the first one. 2:12 left. Mount Carmel 48, Coolidge 35.
Well, the Colts did well to get it back within 4 by driving, taking it inside. They got away a little bit, but in part that's because Coach Hibbert switched from the 2-3 to a man-to-man, and it's their size that's now giving fits on a man-to-man defense.
Substitution on the play. Point is good. Mount Carmel up by 12. Still man-to-man. Favoring Mount Carmel.
Yeah, I think Coolidge wants to press a little bit like they're doing just to keep the pace. Oh,
beautiful pass.
That's the way it's done.
Beautiful pass to Brandon Watson for 2.
Yeah, great hands by Watson and a nice soft kiss off the glass.
Excellent pass. No shot, though. Coolidge back up to the top. Number 22, B.J. Hill has the ball.
You're very generous, Mike. Oh, great idea. I don't know if the fans could see that, but B.J. Hill drove the defense from the weak side towards him, tried to go over the top to one of his teammates, but the length of the Cougars in the middle lane stopped it. But great effort by B.J. on that would-be assist.
If you're just joining us here at the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic, we've got Mount Carmel versus Coolidge. Mount Carmel's up by 14 now, driving the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah, Coolidge is not going to quit. They just need to hopefully get a few points off this pretty good and stodgy defense in transition. But otherwise, just in their set offense, Mike, they've struggled several times now down the court. It's not working inside like it was a little bit, and the outside shooting just has not been there all night.
At this point, Coach has to make a decision. Does he go with the strength of the 3 points, or does he continue to try and match up down low with Mount Carmel?
Well, it's only 8 minutes in a quarter. We got 1:20 left in this, so time's not on their side. On the other hand, you know, they dropped the shot clock to 30 seconds this year, so he's got to get plenty of possessions. It's what does he do with the possessions. I don't think he's in a 2-minute drill, so to speak. It needs to start launching threes completely, but they just have to be more efficient.
Now we got a full court press here by Mount Carmel, man-to-man.
Hey, if it's working, stick with it. Oh, nice.
Excellent move.
There you go. Breaking the
by
press.
Number 3.
That's Cahill Jeter, well coached by Nesbitt. If you can break the press, that's exactly what you do. You take it to the hole, because if you break it, you got numbers.
Now Carmel, no one in the paint. Both big men are out. Coach is saving them for the last period.
Yeah, Cahill Jeter being a little harassing out front. Oh, good board.
Number 4, William Vetter. Bad pass by his counterpart. Yep, he's saying my bad.
Yeah.
I like how the Coolidge players are keeping their poise. No one's panicking yet. Everyone's just doing their job.
And they're hustling. And I don't expect anything less from Calvin Coolidge. It's a school with a great basketball tradition there in the nation's capital. Now Carmel with 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Looks like they're holding for possession.
Yeah, I'll tell you when, Mike, it's 15 seconds now left on the shot clock. Oh, I'm sorry. 7 seconds on the shot clock. I was looking at the game clock.
Nice. Double off of the leg of Coolidge.
Okay.
Off of number 22, B.J. Hill. Mount Carmel still has the ball. And the full possession shot clock. 7 seconds left.
See if they go down low on this inbounds play. They got big number 12, Brandon Watson down there. Oh, they went low.
Still Mount Carmel ball.
So you got Sean Tolbert, Brandon Watson down low. Terry Nolan kind of floating in the lane there as well. Hibbert, Coach Hibbert.
Seems like Coach Hibbert has many big men to go to, a deep bench. Doesn't matter who he puts down low. They all seem to just stand tall.
Yeah, this is a great timeout by Coach Hibbert. He's keeping his players focused. He's 6.2. Even though you're up by 12, you got a possession under your basket. Make the most of it. Smart call.
It's been a great quarter so far. Minimal fouls.
Yeah, it's been
as opposed to the first half.
I think the first half is really the guys. First game, getting up, getting into it, and certainly it's full throttle now by both teams.
Inbounding Mount Carmel, 6 seconds left.
That was nice. Terry Nolan, a little backdoor cut, trying to get free in the middle of the lane. Now he's whispering something to his buddy there, John Kent.
See if it can last a little longer than 0.3 seconds in.
I think he told John, just get me the ball. Oh, good play.
And it's sold. And no, back to Mount Carmel with 0.3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, could have used a couple dribbles there. He's sort of smiling. That's, I think, is that Luther Anderson? I can't quite. No, that's not Luther.
It's James Hampton.
Okay. I was looking. It was Will Vetter, who his 4 looked like a 5. That's why I can never remember, phone numbers. It's also why I keep bouncing checks too, I think. All right, 0.3.
The referee's conferring, making sure they have everything right for the 0.3 seconds.
Okay, let's see if Grant Hill inbounds to Christian Lake. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong game.
Yeah. Here comes a airmail over the backboard.
It's up and it's good.
Nice attempt. It's a field goal.
I'm telling you, he should try out for Carmel's football team.
Yeah, at the end of 3, with 8 minutes left, we have Mount Carmel 50, Coolidge 38. So we went from 8 points up at half. Coolidge was able to cut it in half to 4, and Mount Carmel said, I don't think so, and now they're up by 12.
Thank you for visiting us on the internet today. This is the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic, coming to you live from Bender Arena on the campus of American University in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the first of 4 games this afternoon and evening. Right now you're watching the Mount Carmel Cougars take on Calvin Coolidge Colts from here in the district. This game will be followed by St. Andrews of Potomac against St. Raymond's of the Bronx. That'll be a really good game. Following that one is Bishop Laughlin from New York City against Olney, Maryland's Good Counsel Falcons. And then tonight, the big one, the heavyweight championship, if you will, 6:45 p.m. It is Gonzaga taking on defending champion Roman Catholic. Please visit us here at American University. Free parking, easy to get to on a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Mount Carmel inbounds the ball. David Erebor up top, playing point guard. Now he's going back low to play big man.
He can do it all.
Picking and rolling. Mount Carmel's looking to get number 5, Terry Nolan Jr. open. Dribble between the legs. Drive to the hole. Terry Nolan, no shot.
All right, Coach Nesbitt has assigned the task to Will Vetter to see if he can corral David Erebor. If Coolidge is going to get into it, it's going to happen at least in part on the defensive end. So we'll see if Vetter is up to the task.
Yeah, I think you go with your big men if you're Mount Carmel and utilize Chris Evans on the outside. If you're Coolidge, I think now's about the time you're going to have to make a decision on how you're going to employ your troops.
Wow, Terrence Rozier is showing some real courage. He took it hard to the hole where he's met by 3 big Cougars down low.
Number 1, James Hampton got caught with a look. Quick foul.
Yeah, a little frustration foul there, trying to make up for a steal. He's fighting, though.
No one really in foul trouble.
Evans running the show for the Cougars.
Up top, Marquise Bullitt has the ball. Both big men. I think he was thinking Airbor was going to grab it for a quick pass down low, and Airbor watched the ball go over his head.
Yeah, or Chris Evans was just looking, throwing it to space, trying to get some. But either way, turnover. Here come the Quilts.
7 minutes left. Ball goes back to Mount Carmel.
Wow, tough call there.
I didn't see that. Was it a moving pick?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I know Jamar's asking what I'm asking. Jamar Bolden got called for that. It was, he had possession, flipped it over. I guess he was moving into the defensive player. It's a little street ball action, or St. Mary's, pick up Saturday morning action.
Chris Evans up top passes it to
The big
Marquise Bullitt.
Oh,
Excellent passing. Great block by Coolidge. It's exactly what they need right now. Great defense.
yeah, Bullitt couldn't finish, but it was a good give and go. Kick out. That's the story so far. Hampton missed the easy jumper.
So far, a lot of swings, a lot of misses. Off the head of number 22, B.J. Hill, Mount Carmel ball.
Yeah, 6:23 left in the game, and Coolidge doesn't have too many misses left in them if they're going to stay in this game, Mike. That's just a tough miss last time down court by Hampton. Usually he's making that shot.
Neither team has scored a point in the fourth quarter. Still 50-38 with 6:23 left.
Oh, great steal.
Great inbound steal by Coolidge. Quick transition, easy layup.
Okay, B.J. Hill, great steal.
Lamar Lee Kane with 2 big points.
See if they needed to stop here if you're Coolidge.
And excellent effort by Coolidge.
Yeah, B.J. Hill and Lamar Lee Kane doing an impromptu double team on the sideline.
Mount Carmel, I don't want to say they're flat-footed because they're moving too, but you can definitely tell a lot more effort by Coolidge.
Well, they're being conservative. I think the coach probably said use some clock, and sometimes when you use the clock, you slow down and it carries over to the other parts of your game.
Oh, nice move by Marquise. Got the 2 points and the foul.
Bullitt finds the bullseye.
The foul is on number 4, William Bitter, his third, 6th team foul. The basket by Marquise Bullitt.
And the Colts did everything right on that. They were attacking the ball on the perimeter. They double-teamed down low. Marquise Bullitt, though, great individual effort on that play.
Marquise Bullitt with 15 points now for Mount Carmel.
Is he the leading scorer for the
He
Cougars?
is. Airbor just behind him at 14. Man-to-man by Mount Carmel. Coolidge quickly dribbles the ball up.
Jameer Bush-Williams in for Mount Carmel.
Devin Gaines doing a great.
Oh,
As I said Devin Gaines, I meant Khalil Jeter. Khalil Jeter is doing a fantastic job both on offense and defense, moving the ball, doing his best to create space.
yeah, BJ had a really good look there across the lane, just couldn't convert, but they have possession. Khalil, wow.
That looked good from where we are.
They just can't find the bucket on the long-range jumper this afternoon. Now you see
David Airbor down low. And a good steal again by Coolidge. Coolidge is not going away.
coast to coast.
Nice finger roll.
Mr. Hampton.
Airbor still on the floor. Looks to be frustrated more than anything else.
Let's reset. It's 5:05 left in the game. 5:05 left in the fourth. Mount Carmel Cougars up by 11 against the Coolidge Colts.
Sean Cholbert shaking his hand. Airbor back up and down at the other end.
But for the Colts missing a majority of their outside shots, this game might be closer.
Airbor just waiting.
Cleaning up the mess.
A lot of times when you get knocked down, it's the way that you get back up that determines your mettle as a man. And David Airbor, no different, just saying, give me the ball. Goes up strong, gets a layup.
I mean, he's a leader out there. He's a leader for the team. And as you said, Mike, he kind of got knocked on his can the last possession. Comes back strong, though, on the offensive end. Setting a good example for the youngsters on the Carmel Cougars.
B.J. Hill trying to motivate his troops, slapping his hands together. Excellent shot by number 5.
Yeah, that's Terry
Nolan Jr.
That's a set play, work to perfection. As the coach, Hibbert's got to like that one. Good putback by Jamar Bolden. He's not
Jamar Bolden is really impressing me.
Well, again, the Colts have played tough defense. They're a little bit undersized. They've been very gritty on offense, but for the outside shot inefficiencies, this would be closer than the 14-point game it is right now.
B.J. Hill with 3 fouls now. Ball is Mount Carmel for a 1-and-1. Just a lot of great kids, great athletes in this tournament.
You know, you say that. I was about to mention that one of the nice things about this tournament is that there's an athlete breakfast on Saturday morning. And the rule is, I think it's no more than 2 players from the same team can sit at any given table. So it's a real opportunity to add the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, which is an integral part of this fantastic tournament. Not only do you have some really good basketball being played and some really good talent going to D1 schools, it's a team event, and these kids from New York get to meet the kids from down here. We have teams coming from Pennsylvania. In the past, we have teams from Florida. It's a wonderful event.
Basket's good for Mekhi Howard.
And so I know they're all competitors, and we've seen a little, push and had a technical foul in the game, but it's great to have them sit down and break bread together.
Well, and that's a good leadership of the players, too. You could see the Mount Carmel team get together at the top and say, hey, let's not go there. Same thing with Coolidge.
Sean Tolbert.
Keep it cool, play the game. Sean Tolbert with the foul.
Yeah, he had a great little look in last time, got excited. So 4:12 left in the fourth. Carmel with, 17-point lead now. This is an early season tournament, and sometimes when you lose, you get more out of it. The coach can see more clearly when you get this level of good basketball competition to really expose your weaknesses.
Well, and none of these teams are slouches. They're going to go back to their own divisions and dominate. This is a great way to get ready for the season, just like you said.
It's
excellent passing by Mount Carmel.
Again, Coach
Brandon Wilson finishing strong.
Yeah, Coach Hibbert's got to like that. That's exactly as you draw it up. Unselfishness, quick, crisp passes, easy 2-point layup. Yeah, but as an early season tournament, the kids have worked hard in the gym. It's want to break out a little bit. I know a lot of these teams have only played 1 or 2 or 3 games. So, and it's holiday time. Why not, do something a little bit different?
Now, let's not forget midterm finals.
Well, yes, but student athletes, they can handle it, Mike.
Yes, sir. Fouls are even on either side. Excellently played second half. Dry at first, but now it's picking back up. Mount Carmel on a transition, 3-on-2.
Oh, good look.
A little bit of low pass. Heads-up play.
Tenacious on the boards. Good rotation by the Cougars.
And got the foul on the drive.
Yeah, really well done. I think Evans did a great job, number 2. Got it, could have shot it, had a good look. Instead, who kicked it left, created a whole new opportunity on that side of the court for an easy layup and resulting in a 2 free throw attempts here. Again, both teams I've been impressed with the players implementing coaching strategy. They really are a smart group of kids out there fighting for every ball.
What do you say here if you're a Coolidge coach?
I think you say keep your cool. I mean, work hard, guys. This is not our season on the line here. Play hard. Think every possession. Later in the season, you don't know when we may need a bucket. Use this. I don't want to say it's scrimmage, but get what you can get out of it. Play hard. Think about what you're doing. You represent a D.C. public high school coming out here. Do it with pride. And I don't think any of the kids on this team will have any problem doing that.
So we're here in the fourth quarter with 3:25 left. Mount Carmel up by 20. Coolidge looking to break into that lead.
Oh, wow. Set play, Terry Nolan. Sky high for that one.
Using the backboard as a blocker. And a foul in transition. Looks like on number 10, John Kent.
You know the players had to love when Coach Hibbert drew that one up, and Terry's thinking, yeah, I get it. Just throw it as high as you can. I can get it. He almost did, too.
And there's a start. 1 point in for the first bucket. Dante Herndon made his first shot. Easy pass. Unfortunately, it went to Coolidge with 2 points. Mount Carmel's looking to use up the clock, staying out on the perimeter. Back up top around the side on the right side. Loses the ball, Coolidge ball.
We saw Coolidge in a 2-3 zone there, just, keeping their composure.
And a full court press, nice pass in between 2 defenders. Hands got locked up, number 10, John Kent with a foul.
Fouls on the Cougars, number 10, John Kent with his second, the 9th team foul.
David Airborne, Marquise Bullitt coming back in for the final 3 minutes.
Number 11, David Airborne, number 13, Marquise Bullitt.
Well, John Kent and Mekhi Howard can say they played in this year's DC Classic. Little spurt there for those young men.
Mr. Kent with 3 points so far. Sean Tolbert back in for number 12.
Number 20, Thomas Reed.
Brandon Watson. Got to make those free throws. Lots of good food here. A huge crowd at the Gonzaga DC Classic 2015 version. 2:40 left in the fourth period. Tolbert up top gives it back to Christian Evans.
2-1-2 zone for the Colts.
Terry Nolan has the ball, looking for Marquise Bullitt, or David Airbar is all by himself down low. I wonder when they're going to see him.
Oh, had to shoot it because the shot clock was down to 1.
Excellent driving. Loses the ball, though, in the transition. Still Coolidge ball. Excellent effort by number 11, Dante Herndon. Three-point shot. No good. Rebound. And off of the Coolidge player, back to Mount Carmel. Heads up play by number 5 from Mount Carmel, Terry Nolan.
Yeah, indicative of good coaching. I mean, that's what we all do, but it's not just throw it because it could be a turnover, but throw it at his feet where he can't catch it.
Well, now they're saying it's Coolidge ball. It should have been Mount Carmel's, but coach is not complaining.
Back to that 2-3 zone we saw earlier. Boy, Araba.
Excellent block by David Airborne on transition, intercepted since today's Sunday with football. Excellent layup, no good. Coolidge back out. 2-point shot, no good. Air bore. Mount Carmel to transition to number 5, Terry Nolan.
I was hoping, Mike, I could say pick 2 instead of pick 6, but unfortunately Coolidge, indicative of unfortunately, their ineffective shooting this afternoon. A lot of heart by the Colts, a lot of smart play by the Colts, but that, again, is symbolic of what they've been through, a struggle for them to get it in the hole on a regular basis this afternoon.
Mount Carmel makes it 65-48. .146 left, 66-48 Mount Carmel. Inbounds the ball. Almost a steal by Terry Nolan.
And that's funny because that's the height advantage that Carmel has throughout the court. Oh, nice roll.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 bank shots off of a shot like that, but maybe that should have counted for 4 points. But only 2. Excellent shot, 66-50.
Super soft touch by the Colt shooter. Oh, nice drive. Yeah.
Beautiful drive by Christian Evans.
That was really nice length, soft touch, under control. Good shot by Evans.
Timeout by Coolidge, Coach Nesbitt, making a quick adjustment.
Yeah. Again, in a game like this, when you're down by 18, a minute 15 left, make it a teaching opportunity. Take advantage of it. Get something out of it. And that's exactly what Coach Nesbitt is doing.
Yep, quality coaching. 2 great coaches today.
Ha! You have to laugh. Raquan Harrod, who hasn't been in the game that much, finally hits a 3 for Coolidge, and that was downtown. That was 22.
Which is what they were looking to do the whole game.
Right, and I think that's just indicative of hard luck this afternoon for the Colts. But I thought I saw Coach Nesbitt with a big smile on his face. Yeah, now you give it to me, guys. Oh, good inside move.
30 seconds left here, fourth quarter, 70-53, Mount Carmel.
Devon Davis looked like a low post player, even though he's a guard. That was a nice play by him. Now that's unfortunately what we've seen more often than not today. Deontay
Coolidge up top.
Herndon. Wow.
Bringing it around.
And there's Raquan Howard. Couldn't hit that one.
Going up for the layup. Mr. Vetter says, I don't think so. Gets called for the foul.
Again, there's a little bit, pride, hustle. They're not quitting, but it wasn't a hard foul.
No, it was a good foul. You still have to play the fundamentals, even if you're winning or losing by 17.
And that should
That's why you get 5. Brandon Watson with an easy free throw coming up for number 2. Three seconds left, and Jamar Bush-Williams, Jameer Bush-Williams with quick hands gets the ball.
Yeah, if this one goes.
Off the basket. Didn't count, but that was a great shot. Final score here for the first game today, 7th place game, 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic. Final score is 70-53, Mount Carmel.
It's funny. That last shot actually was a 3-pointer by the Coolidge Colts. It went in but didn't count because time had expired, and that just sums up the whole game. The Colts worked hard the entire game, couldn't get the conversions over the length of the game. And as a result, the Cougars coast to a 72-53 victory. Stay tuned. Coming up next is St. Andrews against St. Raymond. We'll be right back with all the action. Thank you for tuning in to the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic from Bender Arena at American University. We'll be right back. it's Jorge. I confirmed that.
Georgie?
Jorge. Because there was a big debate apparently last night. So.
Yeah, I'm just doing whatever.
You are looking live at Bender Arena on the campus of American University. Welcome to Washington, D.C., and welcome to the 2015 Gonzaga D.C. Classic. We are getting ready in the next 3 or 4 minutes to start our second of 4 games. In this game, it will be the St. Andrews Lions from around the Beltway here in Potomac against the St. Raymond Ravens all the way from the Bronx in New York City. The first game, if you want to get caught up with this, Mount Carmel defeated Calvin Coolidge 72-53. I'm Ron Jakes. With me is Mike Sunstead. Mike, how are you doing this afternoon?
Doing fantastic, thanks. First game was pretty amazing, actually. Looking at the statistics for the weekend, for the tournament, both teams came out doing pretty much what the statistics said they were going to do. And then it was really interesting to see the coaches have an impact and change the game up. And in the end, it was the two big men from Mount Carmel, David Airbor and Marquise Bullitt, number 13, that took it home for Mount Carmel.
Yeah, very well-coached game on both sides of that one, and I expect pretty much the same. We have a lot of size on the court on both ends. Tell us about the St. Andrews Lions.
St. Andrews Lions, well, the 2014-15 St. Andrews Episcopal School finished with a 21-6 record and then won the Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference Tournament. At one point during the 2014 season, St. Andrews basketball team was ranked as high as number 12 in the Washington Post Top 20 Boys Basketball Rankings. They graduated senior starter Marcus Atkinson, going to Shepherd University, Miles Law for Ohio Wesleyan, and Jacob White at West Virginia. So 3 basketball players, and you would think they were done there, but they weren't. Atkinson is seeing significant time as a freshman and was named MVP of Shepherd University's opening basketball tournament. So not only were they good in high school, they're also starting out well in college. The depth has been added to St. Andrews. They've got a 6'7" senior starting forward, Tyler Stewart, signed a letter of intent to play with Binghamton University in New York. Senior starter 6'9" George Murison will provide quality minutes at the forward position with his ability to play with his back to the basket and actually stretch the floor out with his shooting ability. Varsity also returns 6'1" senior guard Austin Allen and 6'1" high IQ junior guard Chris Smalls will handle the backcourt responsibilities. Other players to watch are talented guards Enzo Bascon and Tino Niawata, in addition to the forwards Marcus and Malcolm Parker. St. Andrews community is honored to be a part of the Gonzaga DC Classic and would like to thank Gonzaga High School's Father Club, the tournament committee, Coach Turner and his staff. And how St. Andrews got here is, unfortunately, they lost by 17 to Bishop Laughlin in the first game, and yesterday they defeated Mount Carmel in a tough event, 54-47.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lineup there. They have a lot of size, strength, and speed. St. Raymond has their hands full. This year marks the 4th appearance for the Ravens in the D.C. Classic. Coach Jorge Lopez is in his 4th season with the Ravens. Overall, not counting this tournament, he's 48-36. And they got a veteran team coming back, including Sidney Wilson, who's a big fella who can light it up from the outside as well. He's a great ball handler. With him is one of the players of the tournament so far, in my mind, Isaiah Washington. He's a fantastic ball handler, a great shooter, a real team leader. He'll be joined by Omar Silverio, Brian Adams, Claudio Nimzi, Tario Rocho, Lydell Jefford. Jefford gives a little bit more size than his counterpart, Sidney Wilson. But either way, they're going to have to match up against Big George Murison, the Gentle Giant's son, George Murison. St. Raymond just had a very tough time against Good Counsel Falcons in the first round game. They could not crack Good Counsel's wonderful 2-3 Syracuse zone. A little bit of outside shooting may have done it. Well, they turned it around against Calvin Coolidge yesterday to come with a 14-point victory, 68-54. This will be a close one, probably going all the way down to the wire.
It's statistically close if you take a look at everything. Pretty much essentially the same in free throw percentage and field goal percentage. St. Raymond has the upper hand on three-pointers, essentially dropping 12 points for that. Isaiah Washington top 15 points per game in the first two games, and then Tyler Stewart for St. Andrews, 16 points. And we're about to get underway here for the first quarter. We're introducing the players.
Right.
Again, the two players to watch out for, and then it's a team effort. But for St. Andrews, it's Tyler Stewart, number 1, and Isaiah Washington with 15 points per game for St. Raymond.
Yeah, let me go over the Lions starting lineup quickly. That is Tyler Stewart, Austin Allen, Chris Smalls, Anthony DeRigi, and George Murasan. For the Ravens, it will be Dallas Watson, Isaiah Washington, Lydell Jefford, Sidney Wilson, and Omar Silverio. It'll be a good one, Mike. You know, I think the Ravens probably have a lot more speed than the Lions. So the Lions may want to look at, half court. Both teams are going to get up and down the court, don't get me wrong. But having watched both these teams play, at least in the first two games, it looks like the Ravens' speed may really help out Coach Lopez early in this game.
St. Raymond is in blue and orange, and in white and red is St. Andrews. St. Raymond wins the tip-off. Good man-to-man defense by St. Andrews.
Man-to-man defense by
number 33, big man Lydell Jefford. Putting the ball up. 2-0, St. Raymond.
All right, 2-2-1 press. We saw this throughout the tournament. The Ravens pretty successful with it. And they'll use this 2-2-1 trapping full court zone press to, as I mentioned, get that up-tempo transition offense going.
Excellent job up the court.
Good look there by DeRigi, but he missed the first shot.
Second shot's no good. Good rebound by Lydell.
Yeah, Austin Allen had a good look, and to give him credit, shot it. They'll start going for the young man.
Excellent to the basket down the line. Little sneaky by number 35, Sidney Wilson.
As I said, Sidney can do it from all over the court, and there he went right at the big fella, Murasan, who's been a little bit foul prone. He'll come out probably earlier than he should if he just keeps his hands down.
I like the effort, though. Good, strong offensive mood followed by defense. Just got caught with his hand with the foul.
Chris Smalls bring it cross court for the Lions. Murasan sets a nice high pick. Right back to him.
Beautiful play.
There you see great execution.
Excellent.
If you could have a big man, Mike, come out that high, set a pick, and quickly and effectively roll to the basket, it's going to create a lot of offensive opportunities.
St. Andrews has a lot of big players. Number 1, Tyler Stewart putting the ball in the hole for 2. St. Raymond looking for a shot, driving down deep, has number 11 wide open for a jumper.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Washington, and that's a good two-man game between Sidney Wilson and Isaiah. Sidney's got to command a lot of respect.
And Isaiah right back with a steal.
See if he returns the favor. He'll take it himself.
And offhand finger roll.
Oh, good team defense there.
1-on-1, 1-on-2. Ball kicks back out to for St. Andrews.
Good discretion by Austin Allen to pull
Yeah, he
it
could have
back out.
forced it. He chose not to. Wait for the rest of his team. Beautiful jump shot, no good, and out of bounds on number 21, Darius Lee. Or excuse me,
That's Big George.
Murison.
Yeah, George, good position, but a little bit too tough for the rebound. Let's see. A little token, full court, man-to-man, picking up at least at half court for the Lions. Let's see.
It seems like there's a better matchup in this game than in the game we just saw. Both teams have big men. Both teams have shooters.
Yeah, I think what you'll see, Mike, is Sidney Wilson is going to really put on the show. He can do it all. Number 35 for the Ravens. If you're just joining us, the Ravens in the dark blue moving right to left across the screen. The St. Andrew Lions moving left to right. They're in white. Good double team in the corner. Good.
Quick pass. Nice three, wide open.
Great ball movement. Oh, nice. Isaiah showed his little ball skills after the whistle, a little behind the back. What I liked about that is trapped in the corner, but Lopez has his Ravens heady play, rotating the ball on the outside, not getting trapped.
Yeah, good strong move. Just unfortunate a foul or would have wound up with 2 points. But they still have the ball. St. Raymond does. 5 minutes into the first quarter, 6-2 St. Raymond.
Okay, that was very interesting. That possession, Lopez had Sidney point forward because they know St. Andrews in the man-to-man and had Murison having to come out and guard Sidney way up high. That's an advantage to Sidney Wilson. Tough man-to-man by the Ravens. Inside-out game. Sweet jumper.
No good and a foul. Both guys were going for the ball. Just
yeah, Tyler Stewart had a nice baseline look there.
Austin Allen went after it. No shot, so they get the ball out of bounds.
Oh.
Austin with the ball. Drives to the hole. Lays it up, but no good. Rebound. Big-time rebound by number 35, Sidney Wilson.
Here comes Isaiah.
Back up. Darius Lee passes it out to Sidney Wilson.
And already
over to Dallas Watson.
The
back to Sidney.
Oh.
Excellent movement, but off of the hands of a
Yeah, he was
player.
looking at Sidney was looking for Liddell Jefford cutting down the baseline. Good inside play by the big fellas. Little switch on defense. They got Murison watching. No, he's back on.
A travel call by some of the other players, but he did a pretty good job. 3-point shot, no good. St. Andrews has the ball.
Yeah, Washington had a good look there. Just
attempted
couldn't convert.
Steal. In there for Murison. Nice layup.
The big guy filling the lane. That's what we call a secondary break, Mike. It wasn't really a fast break.
It was a great follow-up.
But you look for that secondary cutter, exactly how you coach them up. Good execution by Kevin Jones, Lions.
6-4, St. Raymond, 3:55 left. Excellent three-pointer, no good. St. Andrews with the rebound and with a chance to tie it.
Yeah, that was an NBA by Silvario.
Thinks three, drives to the hole for two, no good. Follows a rebound. Sidney Wilson with a strong run out to Isaiah, back to Sidney.
There you go.
Nice layup.
I tell you, those
beautiful
are the two guys.
Transition.
You know,
that was a great play.
Yeah, Isaiah Washington, a true, dare I say, General Washington on the court, unselfish, saw behind him Sidney filling the lane, gave it up to the big guy.
Omar Savario with the foul, second foul. Third team foul.
It's 3:26 left in the first period. St. Raymond Ravens with a 4-point lead over the St. Andrews Lions.
Calling the play in with his number one finger. Loses the ball, does Anthony DeRuggi. Gets it back inside and gets the foul.
Wow.
He'll be shooting for two.
Yeah, Anthony doing a lot of hard work down there. We saw him on the previous possession, a couple offensive rebounds.
Checking his arms out, making sure they're still there. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, he probably goes up against Murison in practice every day. He says, oh, these guys are nothing compared to Big George. He earns two from the line. Nice
Nothing
look.
but net on the first one.
Yeah, that nice shot by Anthony.
And on for the Ravens, number 1, Brian Adams.
Anthony DeRuggi trying to cut it to two. In and out.
In and out.
General Washington Cross court.
Beautiful three-pointer. We'll just count that for 3.
Sidney Wilson picking up where they left off yesterday.
11-5, St. Raymond. 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
I mean, that's one of the best two-man.
Excellent defense.
There it is,
There
wide
we go.
open. I think a dunk's coming.
And Sidney drives it home.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Yeah, we're going to have to call a timeout. The coach agrees.
That's good because the ball went well cross court there. You know, having watched the Ravens for the last couple of games, Mike, Isaiah Washington and Sidney Wilson, number 11 and number 35, respectively, really do a great two-man job. We saw it here on the last possession where Washington drove the lane and kicked it back out to Sidney for a three-point attempt. I said Sidney's one of the big players in this tournament this year. He can do it all from inside, from outside. He really has a good touch. And from outside, he can pump fake and dribble drive. He's a total package. So St. Andrews is in an 8-point deficit with 2:43 left in the first. They just have to execute a little better offensively, and Dominic Doyle is now in for the Lions.
Dominic Doyle, number 20, passes the ball in. Got a full court press. Dominic drives the ball. Looks to be in a jam.
Yeah, this is good time out there. This is the Ravens' now notorious 2-2-1 full court press. Gets the turnover here.
Sidney Wilson with 9 points so far, leading the scores for either team.
Yeah, Terrence Trice is in. He has the ball now. He's running the show along with Brian Adams.
Sidney driving to the basket, kicks it back out.
That's
2-point shot.
That's
no good.
Brian Adams a little strong.
Rebound by number 2, Austin Allen for St. Andrews. Drives the ball back up, does Allen. Good battle going on down in.
Good looking jumper.
Beautiful shot.
That's Dominic Doyle.
That'd be a three-pointer. 13-8 now, 5-point lead.
Wow.
150 left for St. Raymond.
You saw, there's the zone turnover off the trap. Quick. In and out.
Missed it.
Murasang couldn't control the rebound.
Well, it's tough to do when you're all by yourself down there.
Nice little steal by Terrence Trice.
And we have an injury on the play. Number 22 limping. Number 22 for St. Raymond. It's Claudio Nimzi. He'll be all right. He's just going to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, if you play ball, Mike. Sometimes when you sprain that ankle, it's just you got to walk it off, as they say.
Sidney Wilson driving to the hole, gets the blocking foul. Looks like it's from Murison.
If you're watching at home on the internet, when number 35 gets the ball for the Ravens, he's for a big fella. He handles the ball very well. I'm impressed with that.
Austin Allen with the foul.
Now, here's something else I want to give Coach Lopez credit. He pulls his 4 players when there's a 2-shot foul for a mini timeout, right? It's not costing anything. Sidney was shooting the first, no rebound. Now they come back out. Very smart coaching by Jorge Lopez.
Utilize the time that you have.
Usually the coaches sometimes just pull the point guard over, but Coach Lopez bringing the 80%, 4 out of 5 of his players.
Oh, nice move.
Finish
with
strong.
With the jam.
Tyler
Stewart.
Yeah. Good
Beautiful
ball.
around the back move.
In now for the Lions.
Isaiah Washington being the general that he is. Dragging his player around the side up top.
All right. Enzo Bascon has checked in for St. Andrews. He's a speedy.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
This will be a good
Isaiah
mark.
asking for the ball. He's going to drive to the hole, and he shoots 3. No good.
Yeah, Enzo Bascon, great coaching move by Kevin Jones to put a little speedier player to defend Isaiah Washington. That'll be a good matchup here for the rest of this period.
The ones, Brian Adams and Tyler Stewart going at it up top. Nice spin move to the hole.
Can't convert.
Nobody's there. 14. Nicholas Rivera gets the rebound. Sidney Wilson driving to the hole. A lot of great drives to the hole, but no finish for either team.
I think Sidney may have been expecting some contact there, and when he didn't get it, he was sort of surprised.
27 seconds left, 22 on the shot clock. St. Raymond has a lead, 16-10 in the first quarter.
Right, I think the defensive matchup, Bascon on Washington, 11 on 11. You'll see them. They're kind of wandering in the middle of the lane there. Keep an eye on that.
Darius Lee in the game now.
All right, the Lions are in a 2-3 zone off the inbound play.
3 rattles around, no good.
Got a reach-in foul, looks like by Nicolas Rivera.
Terrence Trice with the foul.
No, they called it on Terrence. That's a little surprising. Also in now for the Lions as we're wrapping up.
Nice kick out for the 3, and you can count that. Oh, it rattles out.
Haru Blygen is in.
That jinxed that one. That was beautiful, beautiful move. And after the first quarter, we have St. Raymond 16, St. Andrews 10. I'm really looking forward to the second quarter. A lot of great activity by both teams in that half. You want to sum it up for us, Ron?
Well, I think St. Raymond's was pretty solid. I think what they really rely on is a two-man game at times with Isaiah Washington, number 11. He's powerful. He can shoot it. He can drive. And we saw some two-man game with his colleague, Sidney Wilson. Sidney had an excellent game yesterday. And as we said, we've seen Sidney drive to the hole. We've seen him shoot the 3, make it. He can take it coast to coast. That's a tough matchup because, as I mentioned as we started, I think St. Raymond has a little bit better speed coast to coast at each player position.
You know, it's tough to prepare for a team like St. Raymond. I mean, you take a look at the statistics coming into this game, and Isaiah Washington averaging 15 points, pretty much controlling everything from the top, following it up, driving in the lane. And now in this game, Mr. Wilson has established himself with 10 points, whereas he's only averaged 8 points. So he's got 10 points in the first quarter. How will St. Andrews be able to stop that?
Well, they're going to have to just execute on the offensive end just to get them back in the game. But defensively, they went to a zone and an inbounds play. I don't think that's their strength, but you got to control Sidney Wilson. It starts there. Now, Coach Jones has already made one important change. He brought in Enzo Basson. He'll guard Isaiah, so it's speed on speed. And I think that will, try to challenge that two-man game about which I spoke. I see that actually Washington looks like he's sitting out for a little bit.
Haru Blygen brings the ball in. Tyler Stewart has it, passes it back out. Looking for Dominique in the middle. Nothing there. Great defense by St. Raymond.
Ooh.
Good 22-foot jumper, rattles in and out. Yeah, Isaiah Washington back with St. Raymond.
He is back on the court. So here's this 11-on-11 matchup. Bascon and Washington. High pick by Jeffers, rolling to the basket.
Good hands.
Yeah, fantastic play. I wish we had replay, but we're going to see a lot of that. Again, very well-coached team. Lopez called for the high screen and roll. So Jefford, a little bit bigger than Wilson, but he can move pretty well. You saw a nice screen and roll, good bounce pass. Earns 2 charity stripes.
The Ravens number 33, Lionel Jeffrard, 1 in, 1 left.
Jeffrard gets the first of a 1-and-1. Make it 2. 4 points now for Jeffrard. Dominique inbounds the ball. Good shift on the defense, looking for a double team. They almost had it.
Well, it's a 2-2-1. They know it's coming. It's what they do. Great bounce pass.
Nice jam home by Tyler Stewart.
Great. How about the big fella?
With authority.
With a bounce pass across the lane.
Playing like a great small guard. It's tough to guard somebody like that who's 6'7".
Trice. Hard in the lane.
Gets the foul. St. Andrews with the foul, number 3.
The foul on the Lions, number 3, Haru Blygen. His first 4 team foul.
Terrence goes to the line for 2.
Again, I don't know if we can pick it up. We can't see it on the screen, but if you notice there's no one at the free throw line, it's, again, Coach Lopez talking to the other 4. I love that move.
Number 5, Terrence Bryce, 1 shot.
6:56 left in the second quarter. 8-point lead for the Ravens.
Good heads-up defense by St. Raymond.
It's this zone trap. You know, and St. Andrews hasn't quite figured it out.
Yeah, they don't have an answer quite yet. Luckily, Tyler Stewart was smart enough to bounce it off the defender's leg and at least maintain possession.
Well, you know, the way I used to break it, you send your big man down all the way, and they've done that. Oh, terrible pass. I think he's expecting a cut. Turnover.
Nice behind-the-back pass.
Indeed.
Back up to Lydell.
Yeah, Nick Rivera showing some talent.
Isaiah's got the ball.
Rivera with the ball. Fantastic roll by Darius Lee.
Oh, nice rebound by Murison.
So they break the press easily here. Now can they convert? Oh.
Inexpensive foul on number 5, Terrence Trice.
Yeah, you know,
It's his second.
the Lions did a great job breaking the press there. I don't want to fault the young man, but Tyler Stewart picked the ball up, you know, get it towards the middle. Don't pick it up that soon. Because as soon as he stopped, he was attacked.
Well, if you don't have enough time to get that press set up, it's easy to defeat, and I think St. Andrews has a ploy there. Lots of ball movement here with St. Andrews. Big man with the 3, no good.
Yeah,
Rebound by St. Raymond.
His shooting's been off a little bit this tournament from what I've seen.
And
wow.
That was about a 4-person foul. I'm not sure who actually got the foul.
You know, it looked like one of those chest bump celebrations. You know, Nick Rivera was wanting to go to the hole, and he was met by 4 St. Andrews Lions.
That was on George Murison. And where's our, like you said, Coach, St. Raymond's only got 1 guy to the line for the first shot.
Yeah. And, you know, then George picks up another foul. Is that 1 or 2 on him?
That's 2. Or that's his first, actually.
Okay, good. All right, a few lineups change. I see Gascon is out. All right, if he makes this, they're going to set up this 2-2-1 zone trap, Mike. Let's see. The Lions have seen it all game long. Let's see if they can attack it a little nicely here. Let's see. Here it is.
Nicholas Rivera with both shots.
It's a 2-2-1. They're taking their time. Put the ball in Tyler Stewart's hand. That's the way you do it. Now look low.
Yeah, he had him low. It was a missed opportunity there.
Well, I think Anthony, you know.
Oh, and one.
Oh, great individual effort there.
Oh, actually, it was a charge.
Yeah, I don't think Haru is believing that call. It's a great effort by him.
Yeah, it's a what do you say?
Questionable.
It was questionable.
Okay.
That was a great offensive play by St. Andrews, though.
Here's Sidney back in the game.
And nice block, nice follow. Sidney Wilson just dominant off the shot and on the rebound in the hole.
Yeah, Anthony DeRucci had a great block there, but Sidney so aware of what's happening, gets his own board. Good look. We've seen this before.
Nice.
Same result. DeRucci.
DeRucci with a slam home.
You know, it's not unusual to have big men have assists, but I think he had now 80 feet worth of assist and pass.
Well, it's showing a deficiency on the St. Raymond defense. Either someone's not getting back or there's a misassignment, but that's happened 3 times so far.
Yeah, well,
this half.
I'm going to say I give credit to the Lions. That's if you can break the press, you got to get numbers. It's a 2-2-1, so you don't get one guy back. If you break it, you got numbers. Dallas Watson looking low. Jeffords
with a nice finger roll and a follow through, but no, Murison has the rebound.
He's got
looking for someone to pass it to. He's got number 10, Chris Smalls.
I don't want to fault the big guy, but you're big. Don't put it down low near your shoes, buddy. Oh, there's George. 4:34 left in the second quarter.
Nicholas Rivera with the foul.
St. Raymond's has kind of quietly built this into a double-digit 10-point lead.
Yeah, just like in the first game, you got to chip into that, and they got a good opportunity here with number 1 at the line.
Tyler Stewart for 2. Nice shot, makes it.
You can hear the swish from up here despite the large crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening here to the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic with St. Andrews versus St. Raymond, you can actually go on online and pick up a Game Changer feed and see the statistics as they unfold at gamechanger.io, or go to the Gonzaga DC website.
GonzagaDCClassic.org.
Big man Wilson up top gives it back to Isaiah. 2-3 defense. Now we see St. Raymond start to move.
Okay, so Gascon's out. Chris Malls, it looks like, is being asked to guard the speedy Washington there. No, they're in a 2-3 zone, so let's see if this slows down the ability of the Ravens.
Nice.
Oh, well done.
Tough to do, though. NBA 3, 4 minutes left.
Yeah, the shot clock was running down, so he's forced to put it up.
Good rebound by Isaiah. 3-on-1
Sidney
break.
Wilson, look for the
Sidney
jam.
with jam. Behind the head, Dominique Wilkins style, 35.
Hey, Mike, we're showing our age. You're going down to the human highlight reel.
I had to bring that one out.
Can we come to the 21st century? Who do we got that's a real?
I guess the only guy that dunks like that is LeBron James.
Okay.
He just
We'll take that.
put it down behind his back and just slammed it home. The whole backboard was vibrating. That was very impressive.
Again, getting out on the fast break. Oh, it looks like technical foul called. Sorry, I missed that one.
I think it was on one of the players. Isaiah missed free throw. See if he can make this one. Looks good. And it's in.
See, that's what I get, making fun of you for calling out Dominique, and I'm not paying attention. I'm not doing my job. It was a 2-shot technical. And it probably...
Sidney into Isaiah here. Dallas Watson now in for Sidney.
Does Game Changer track who that tee was on?
It should.
Okay. Since we just plugged them. In fact, Game Changer, one of our sponsors. If you're involved in any type of youth, middle school, high school sports, check out this product at GameChanger.com.
And of course, the statistician has not marked it yet for who got the technical foul.
All right. I'll talk to Tim and Al later about that. Wilson to his colleague, big man down low, Jeffords.
Oh, nice block. Still has it, though. Strong in the paint with the foul.
Oh, I thought they were going to call a few steps. But Jefford sticking with it down low.
That's tough to teach. It's bigger. It's easier when you're a big man, but that is tough to teach, that tenacity when you're getting pounded by 3 players, to keep trying to find a way up to the basket. But Jafar did.
Didn't get the shooter's roll there. Murasan is sitting down now for the Lions. They're facing an 11-point deficit.
St. Raymond subbing in now. Number 1 in for 21. Brian Adams is in.
12-point lead for the Ravens. 3:30 left. Second quarter.
Liddell with 5 points now.
There it is.
I think Dominique should have taken that. He was trying to be nice to his teammate, but he would have had that if he'd have went up with it. Let the defense get set up.
I think he saw Wilson and Jeffords. That may have something to do with it, too. But, again, you made a good point last time down. It seems like the Lions have done a better job the last several possessions breaking that press and getting a good look from very close inside.
Unfortunately, they're not making a break in the point spread. Still 11-point lead now for St. Raymond in the second quarter, 3:23 left to play.
Well, they got to do it on the defensive end now. Tyler Stewart hit his first. Misses the second.
And he gets the offensive rebound back out. Tyler Stewart has the ball, setting up the offense.
Yeah,
Austin Allen looking for the ball, coming back down to the strong side.
You know, I want to give props to whoever got that rebound, but honestly, I think it was Chris Smalls there in the corner who got it.
Drive to the basket. Nice. Nice offensive rebounding, but unfortunately no luck with the shot. Isaiah Washington brings the ball back up for St. Raymond.
I'm going to make fun of the St. Andrews Lions uniforms only because I have very bad eyes. The numbers are difficult for me to read, so I apologize. I was a little late on that call, but I can see that number. Mr. Jeffrard. Nice, soft move inside.
30-17 now. St. Raymond building a bigger lead. Nice pass by Dominic, number 20.
Great recovery by the Ravens.
Back out to Austin Allen.
Ravens had the press broke, but they got back in there man-to-man. Or are they in a 2-3? Let's see. No, it's a man-to-man.
Nice, good rhythm by the offense here. Let's see if they can make two. Beautiful fadeaway.
Tyler Stewart. All right, let's see if St. Andrews can do it on the defensive end.
Tyler Stewart with 9 points now.
So Washington, I expect Wilson to get the ball maybe here on the baseline. He does.
Oh. Bad pass by St. Raymond.
Yeah, Wilson tapping his chest saying, my bad. He knows better.
Well, sometimes you try and force something, and you've been playing with a team for a while, and you know the players, but looks like the ball just kind of slipped out of his hand.
Dominic Doyle pulls it back out.
He is masterful at that head fake. He has both players up in the air, had an open guy, just could not get the ball to him.
Oh, good screen and roll.
And
the finish.
An and one. Anthony DeRucci with two and an opportunity to make it three.
You know, that was just, again, a classic screen and roll. Sets a nice little screen. Both men rotate to the dribbler, and Anthony has a wide open path to the lane. He hits it. The end one for Anthony DeRucci. A little full court, little zone coming right back at you, Coach Jones says. Picking up man-to-man.
DeRucci was 0 for 5 in the tournament so far for free throws, but he's reestablishing himself with 2 for 2 there.
All right, Lions in a 2-3 zone.
Coaches are motivating their players.
3 on the shot.
Excellent defense by St. Andrews, but a great bucket at the buzzer.
Well,
There's nothing you can do about that.
That was a fantastic individual effort by Mr. Washington. It's
Well,
one thing to hit the 3. It's something else. You're running basically out of bounds, and you launch it almost from – it was from behind the backboard.
with the time running out as well. You know, just a great vision, using the time, using the clock. Sidney Wilson had a quick foul there.
And
Tyler Stewart's up to the line.
He's rewarded by Coach Wilson by sitting him down on the bench. I don't quite get that, but I'm not coaching. So
He's giving him a break.
Yeah, Isaiah goes out. Dallas Watson.
Yeah, you're up by 11.
Came in. Yeah, give him a little breather.
Yeah, you got a lot of time coming up over halftime.
Yeah. Not helping the cause. Tyler missed his free throw there. Let's see if they stay in that zone. 2-3 zone. They're pushing it out.
Slowly bringing down time on the clock.
Yeah, Dallas came in for the prior 2 games when Washington sat out and really can handle this offense.
St. Raymond looking to penetrate the 2-3 defense, and it's unable. Steal. And,
Rivera.
Good job by Rivera for stopping that fast break.
Right. It was a good hustle. Stops a great steal by the Lions.
It's tough to develop the eyes in the back of your head to see that coming, but you almost have to expect it.
Doyle.
You got him out front.
All right, here comes Wilson. Oh, went behind his back. Talk about eyes behind your back. Sidney had no clue.
There's a lot of athletic plays going on in this game.
Yeah.
It's really good to see young men of this caliber.
Well, I talked a little bit about Sidney Wilson's ability to dribble the ball. There he's going behind the backs at 6'7", and with speed, I'll say. And he almost had a pickpocket because he didn't know someone was behind him. Coach Lopez for this last 5 seconds in the period. Puts in Isaiah. Off.
And Sidney Wilson with the follow-up. And what a great play.
Well, Watson did well to get the shot off, and there's Sidney.
Well, even though he thought the three was going and it was a beautiful look, beautiful shot, Sidney Wilson still has the defense and offense mindedness to jump up and get that rebound and bring it home. Great way to end the half for St. Raymond, 35-22.
Yeah, very entertaining game so far. I think St. Andrews are down by 13, but they can come back. I think they started getting a little more success attacking St. Raymond's defense. We want to thank those who are watching on the internet. As Mike said earlier, if you haven't done so already, if you click on the Game Changer button there on the app, on the website, you should be able to get stats live as they're uploaded on our Game Changer technology. You know, the money raised in this now 27th annual basketball tournament goes to fund all service projects here at Gonzaga College High School. Part of the Jesuit education is learning to become a man for others, and part of that is walking the walk. Not merely charity, but through works. We have service projects that are right here on Gonzaga's campus. The McKenna Center is a hypothermia center in the winter, and it also feeds some underprivileged adult men throughout the year. The McKenna Center is literally right on campus as part of St. Aloysius Church. In addition to that, an interesting service project, one that I don't know how long it's been involved, Mike, but it's called the WJA Chess Club. Every week, Gonzaga students visit the Washington Jesuit Academy, a Washington middle school for boys from a low-income community in grades 5 through 8. So the high school students from Gonzaga go out to moderate the WJA's chess club and just to kind of mentor and tutor some of the boys. Another local project is SOME, S-O-M-E, So Others Might Eat. Each Thursday of the school year, a group of 8 or so seniors work at SOME, which is just down the road there from Gonzaga. They help serve and clean up breakfast and lunch. Breakfast is as high as 400 meals and 500 meals at lunchtime for the city's needs. In addition to these local projects, I mean, the boys go cross-country down in Apopka, Florida during spring break of their junior year. A group of students head down in Central Florida to live and work with a migrant farming community. Others spend time up in Camden, New Jersey. The experience with urban poverty in new ways, and they understand more about the folks who live in that environment. They've also go down to Emmitsburg, Maryland, in the summer. Rising seniors with a lot of they take some sophomores and freshmen out to the Bellarmine Retreat Center in Emmitsburg, Maryland, where they perform general maintenance and landscaping work for disadvantaged citizens in the surrounding area. We head south down to New Orleans, one of the newer initiatives in response to the continuing assistance as a result of Hurricane Katrina. A group of boys go down there. But the money raised in this tournament also helps fund international projects. For example, there's a service project in Ecuador. Gonzaga students and 2 chaperones travel to Quito, and they serve in the Working Boys Center, which was created back in 1964 by a Jesuit brother. That center serves over 400 families annually and is known throughout South America. They help tutor the young men there and also do general maintenance. One of the other service projects is down in Dominican, and I had chatted with some of the young men who actually engaged in that, and they walk the walk. They help reconstruct. It's hard to consider them homes, but they're sometimes constructed of wood and cardboard or even banana husks, and all the great work that comes out of this tournament is greatly appreciated. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, in part for contributing each year, and we invite those who are interested in doing so to get on the dcclassic.org website early next year. In fact, it may be up soon after this tournament if you want to participate. Some of our sponsors include Capital Financial Partners, helping create and preserve personal wealth. John-Cene Grimberg Company, contractors and engineers. Epstein Baker Green, thought leaders in health law. The Fiddler's Green Pub on Route 6 in Carmel, New York. So if you're up there listening either to the Ravens of our game, get out there to the Fiddler's Green Pub. BSN Sport, feel the strength. First Financial Group, protecting wealth and creating legacies. Natixis, better thinking for modern markets. The Gonzaga Business Network, they will be holding their annual career fair on January 6th. If you want to learn more about that, look online for the Gonzaga Business Network. Career Fair, January 6, 2016. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, empowering workers. J. Klog Realty Group, for all your commercial real estate needs. Gross Mendelson, providing forensic accounting, business valuation, expert witness testimony, and more. Perfect Settings, for all your event and tent rental needs. Production Solutions and PS Digital, a direct mail production company. Extend your reach with Production Solutions. TDEC, providing business process outsourcing. BPO, for those in the industry. To government and commercial clients worldwide. TDC, information ready. Samadi Group Incorporated, accounting solutions that work for you and for your business. Thank you to all of our sponsors for their continuing support of this great tournament. Mike, what do we have statistic-wise?
Well, taking a look at the first half, a great first half for both teams, actually. Unfortunately, St. Andrews on the downside of that with only 22 points. St. Raymond has 35. If you take a look at the points today, Isaiah Washington is doing a great job leading the top for St. Raymond, but nobody's dominated the game more than Sidney Wilson with a total of 16 points. Isaiah has 8. Liddell Jeffrard has 7. On the St. Andrews Episcopal Lions side from Potomac, Maryland, Tyler Stewart has 11. Anthony DeRuggi has 6. Dominic Doyle has 3, and George Mearson has 2. No one's really in any foul trouble. If you take a look at the actual game stream, once again, those of you who are at home listening on the radio, you can do the same thing that we're doing here with a crowd starting to build for the later games, but you can go online at GonzagaDC.org, or go to Game Changer. You can actually click on the link on the Gonzaga DC website, and it'll take you to the game stream. Click on St. Andrews versus St. Raymond, and you'll be looking at the same thing we are. So far for St. Raymond, although they've only shot 40% from the field, they've hit 75% from the free-throw line with 20 rebounds. 16 rebounds only for St. Andrews, and 56% from the free-throw line, with 35% on the field goal percentage for St. Andrews. So pretty much it's essentially the same statistics, but not much is worth more than looking at the scoreboard. The scoreboard is telling of St. Raymond, just taking a lot of great opportunities away from St. Andrews. St. Andrews able to defeat the press and start to make a move. But at just about the time that St. Andrews is getting back in the game, Mr. Sidney Wilson says, "I don't think so," and shuts down with some great shots, good offensive and defensive rebounds. If St. Andrews is going to win this game, they're going to have to stop him.
Right. You know, the Lions did a pretty good job breaking that press in the second quarter, but breaking the press and finishing are two different things. They need to be much better just attacking the hole. And I'm not going to, fault the young man, but Dominic Doyle a couple times had the ball down low. Pump fake, decided to kick it out to the top. Not a bad play, but I'd like to see a little more aggressive to take it to the hole, try to get a foul, and get to the line. That and just a little better shooting, but starts with breaking that press, because if I'm Coach Lopez, I'm pouring it on. Now Coach Jones has probably told his kids something like that, but he's also told them, hey, you've got a full half to play. You've been down by 10, 12, 14 before. Don't panic. There's a lot of time left in this game.
Crowd going wild here. They just announced the score, 24-21, Washington over Chicago.
Is that
still in play?
Okay, it's funny because I thought you said 24-31, and I thought they were up by 24-14 or something. Of course, our fans from the Bronx are probably either a Jets or Giant fan and don't want to hear that the Skins are winning. It's funny because I'm from the city, and my second team are the Giants, so I feel for you guys up north.
Well, it's an open, not that we're talking about football in a basketball game, but we are. It's an open division. It's one of those like the South was several years ago. No front runner quite yet.
Mike, you are the ultimate politician, the ultimate diplomat. An open division. What I would say is you got a bunch of mediocre teams. But I tend to be more honest.
Everyone
perhaps.
wants to feel good at some point.
Hey, you're the man.
Speaking of feeling good, we're about to start the second half. St. Raymond 35 to St. Andrews 22. Again, St. Andrews doing a great job at overcoming the press of St. Raymond, but just not able to stop the big guy, Sidney Wilson. Isaiah Washington doing a great job up top.
And for the Lions, let me get their starting five. It looks like it's going to be Austin Allen, Chris Smalls, Anthony DeRiggi, obviously the big fella, George Murasan, and Tyler Stewart. And we'll set the Ravens here in a second. It's Jeffrard, Wilson, General Washington with the ball. Number 20, Omar Severio, the same starting five then.
Now, it was interesting to watch Isaiah Washington there. He wasn't even looking at the play, so there's a designed fake on his part, but totally left his man and wound up getting 2 points. Started out with Isaiah Washington.
There it is. Jeffrard miss. Wilson cleans it up. Two big guys down low for the Ravens, getting it done. Great steal. Severio. Back to.
Nice finesse by number 4, Dallas Watson.
Yeah, great steal by Omar Silverio. And that's what that press does. Instant offense on the turnover.
Well, and they're playing the odds, too.
Oh, good drive. Can't finish.
Good rebound by Sidney. Wide open for Isaiah. Intercepted by his own teammate with the 2. And it rolls in. Nice touch. Nice touch by Omar.
All right, and they're going to stay in that zone. 2-on-1 over the top. There it is to George. Oh,
great block.
Got to finish better than that. He's disappointed. I think the ball, when he went up, may have gotten away from him a little bit.
He was expecting the contact from the player, I think.
Can't give up those easy points, Mike.
Well, not when you're 19 points down.
So you hesitate trying to do that math. That's what happens when it's a big lead. And that's why I also didn't try to say what the point spread was. I didn't want to.
Jump ball there. Possession goes to Coolidge. Or excuse me, not Coolidge. That was last game, St. Andrews.
All right.
Sidney didn't even move. He just had his hands up, and St. Andrews player went up and down.
Wow. So.
Tough break on the rebound for Omar.
Yeah. Slipped off Silvario's hand. Set play to Murasan from the corner. Again, he has not been shooting well this tournament. I don't have the stats, but I've watched pretty much all of his games. He's just out of sorts a little bit, but it's early season. He'll get it together. Good defense by the Ravens. Forces a timeout.
George Murasan's only been averaging 4 points a game, and he's about the same here.
Yeah, I mean, he had some foul trouble the first 2 games, and he's getting good looks. And he has a good rhythm, good shot. I take a look at him in warm-ups, but he just can't seem to convert, at least in this tournament so far.
St. Raymond in control here. 6:31 left in the third quarter, 41-22.
Yeah, that zone press has been very, very effective. And if Coach Jones can't get his Lions to figure it out, this could
Just
get
a really good, solid defense.
All right. I love the way
Murasan with the 2.
Yeah, and I love the way Murasan went up strong that time. 2 hands nicely off the glass.
Again, a great way to define yourself when you make a play that you're not happy about. Come in and make a great play, and that's exactly what Murison did.
And Murison's watching Wilson now. He's got great foot speed. I'm kind of keeping an eye on those two down in the paint. Maybe the fans would do so. Wilson pops out. There's Murison eyeing him like two guards playing each other. Great defense by the big guy.
Hesitate on the line, and he stepped out trying to make a play. Back to Raymond on the other side.
Tough break for the young man.
Well, he had a good look, great baseline move, but wasn't cognizant of where that line was.
Yeah. Giorigi trying to make something happen. Can't fault him for that.
Leader Isaiah Washington up top, drives to the hole. Nothing there. Ball goes out of bounds off his hand.
Yeah, met some resistance down low in the post.
St. Andrews ball.
Bad inbounds play.
Yep.
No way to coat that one. Dallas
was there to pick it up with 4 points now in the second half.
Well, here we go. Consecutive turnovers on the press for the three. Does not take it. And, I think that's what may have happened on that inbounds play. They were so worried about the press that
Beautiful
they panicked.
Play.
Sidney Wilson doing what he does.
Sidney Wilson also with 4 points, 20 total for the game. Timeout, St. Andrews. And the right choice with a 21-point deficit. St. Andrews needs a timeout and recollect themselves.
I'm glad you said 20 for the game because I thought, wait, Sidney's got to be playing better than that. 4 points for the period, I think it was. All right, so it's 5:13 here in the third quarter. I'm Ron Jakes. With me is Mike Sunstead. Thank you for joining us for the 2015 Gonzaga DC Classic Tournament, coming to you live from the Bender Arena on the campus of American University. In our first game, Mount Carmel defeated Calvin Coolidge 72-53. We are in the third quarter of the second of 4 games. St. Andrews of here outside Maryland against St. Raymond's from the Bronx. Game 3 today will be at 5 p.m. Bishop Laughlin, also from New York City, taking on only Maryland's Good Counsel. That, I guarantee you, Mike, will be a fantastic game. The appetizer, if you will, to the grand finale when defending champion Roman Catholic will take on the host team, Gonzaga, at 6:45 p.m.
It's a rematch from last year, isn't it?
Yeah, see, this is my memory. I trust you.
Yeah, Gonzaga, I think, was in control. It went to overtime last year.
Oh, wow.
And then lost it. Great defense again, ball rolling around. Sidney Wilson drives to the hole, and it gets blocked from behind by number 15, Anthony Giorigi, but St. Raymond still keeps it.
Well, I know St. Andrews is not going to quit, so they're getting you. It's always easy when down play defense because it's nothing but hustle.
Well, they have the mechanics, or not the mechanics, but they have the makeup of great offense. They just need to execute.
All right, we saw Gascon come in earlier in the game to guard Washington. He's in again.
But now there's a mismatch. Dominique Doyle down low, no height whatsoever.
Giving up height and size to Lydell Jeffrard.
And somehow they get the ball. Good defense by Dominic.
Yes. So to make we see this 2-1-2 zone, and it's been given fits to the Lions all day. Oh, they caught him on a
track. He missed the first call, but he got the second one.
Okay, and these are the type of things a full court press can do when it's executed properly. You can get turnovers. You can cause just a travel like it is here. You can get a pickpocket steal.
We have perspective up here, but Dominique Doyle was wide open down low.
Well, I think that's Coach Jones may want to get his guys to look it up, because I think you're right. What Mike's talking about is on the left side of the court, outside the viewing screen. Dominic Doyle did what he's trained to do. You always stretch the zone so you go over the top, and we've seen they've been able to do it a few times where on a 2-2-1, if you get two guys back, you have a mismatch. But that's a big if, because they're not getting it past half court the last 2 or 3 times.
To give those at home perspective, the Gonzaga DC Classic takes really good teams from other areas, brings them here, and they get a chance to display their skills for not only fans, parents, but also other coaches, maybe some scouts. But it's great to see how great the teams are. No doubt when they go back to their own divisions and leagues, they're going to dominate. But here the score has spread apart with St. Raymond having a commanding 45-24 lead.
I think that was Omar Severio launching the NBA 3. Just a little short on that. You're right, Mike. This is one of the best high school basketball early season tournaments in the country. Came up short on that one. Good defense by Dominic Doyle.
Good kick out.
Gascon takes it with his speed down the lane. Can't quite convert.
Excellent defense by St. Andrews.
That's Tyler Stewart with the steal right back inside.
Nice block.
Wow.
Great defense on both sides.
Really well played basketball. DeReggi, I think, thought he had an easy one, and here come the Ravens. Stout defense. Gascon trapped. You got to help him out. If you're trapped the way they're on the sideline, like Enzo was, you got to come to the ball.
Enzo is really impressing me with his quickness and his speed
and control. Stop jump, misses the mark.
Back out. They got Sidney Wilson down the side.
Yes.
Slows it up, lets his team get set. Going to give it back to Washington. There he's got the ball.
Yeah, watch Sidney. He'll float down low, call for the ball, I'm sure. Here he comes, across the lane. He's calling for it. High pick, roll. There it is.
And Sidney for 3.
That's that two-man game. Way to set it up. Clock was running down. Shot clock was running down. Blygen.
We're looking from the ref to see if it's 2. Foul on the floor.
Well, Heru Blygen really forcing the action a little bit. Smart play by that young man.
It's actually the first foul this half. Very clean game so far.
All right, Enzo Gascon.
Great discipline by St. Andrews. Tendency would be to be down by this much and to get frustrated and try and force things, but they're not.
Oh, they're now at
nice move. That's the quickness we were just talking about.
Oh, could not finish DeReggi.
And that's what's happening this whole game. They get a good look, they get a good pass, but when it comes time to execute the basket, it doesn't happen. Excellent defense.
And that's the other thing that happens is that Sidney Wilson decides, I want to go to the hole. And he does so, either scores or gets fouled. You know, it's interesting, the defense on this last, they caused the turnover. That was that 2-1-2 zone, which is they've been pressing it, so they're very comfortable in that. Give Coach Lopez a lot of credit for just throwing it in for at least this one series.
Sidney missing the first of 2. Both coaches trade players.